Right, what is up, girls and guys? Give me a moment while I swap the chats out and then we're good to roll. Let's bring up my YouTube. Appreciate everyone coming in. I appreciate that. I've got some code giveaways. I'm going to reserve those for people who already joined or subscribed. If you haven't joined or subscribed, do it now. Hit me up with a message. I'll send you a game code. I've got about 5 to give away today, so just whenever them messages come in, I will drop those in. Right, pop out the chat. That's the only condition I'm going by as well, so just that you are a member. Other than that, free game codes, bro. CBT lasts for about another 2 weeks, I believe. I think it's on for about that long, which is good for a playtest. We'll see how we get on. Right, so I need to bring up the website because I know very little about this game right now. There we go. Now you can sign up on their website as well for free, but whether you'll be accepted or not depends on, I guess, if you have a social media presence. I don't know how they're doing it, but that seems to be the case. Okay, this will do us, I think. I think I can go in from here. Go to their own website. Yeah, so go through to StarWrath website and you can join or apply to join the CBT there. But again, it's going to take time, plus I think you have to have some sort of like criteria. Right, let's go down. Let's have a look what we got going on. Sweet. Right, there's not much to talk about in the way of what this game is, so I'm just going to run a quick intro and then we'll jump in. I'll show you everything in this game today. I'm going to go through it in depth and show you all the menus, what they do, how the game's built, and what it's trying to achieve, and all of that good stuff. Oh, right, let's go. Right, guys, thank you for joining me today. Today we are checking out StarWrath, which is a brand new one for us, and I want to thank the Guyz team for sending out the game code. And I've got game giveaways. If you are subscribed or joined, I will just hit me up in the messages and I will drop one of those over. I've got 5 to give away. Once they're gone, they are gone. You can do this anytime. You can leave me a comment on YouTube if you're watching it on a rerun, and if I haven't already got rid of those codes, I will send you one personally. I want to thank everybody for joining us. The watch time's up, all the views are up, we're doing very good, so I want to appreciate all of your time because I know it's valuable. That all being said, we are delving into the game in depth today. We're going to be going through all the menus, we're going to be checking out all of the systems, we're going to be looking at all of the gameplay elements. I do have all of the packs unlocked for the CBT, and we are going to be running this game a few times in the future just to see what's what. How it progresses and follow along with them. We are going to be planning to do War Thunder and a few others with them. Enlisted is another one that we plan to work with them closely on, and there's a new one coming called Heat, which I'm really excited about. That all being said, this is a multiplayer, I can't even speak today, multiplayer space extraction action, as they're calling it, PvP with PvPvE elements. Basically, you don't have to attack anyone, but you can, and therein lies possibly a problem and possibly a solution. You can team up with people, you can have groups, and you can go out and you basically drop loot, get out in one piece. The actual mechanics to this game on the base are solid. It's a solid, fun experience, quite addictive as well. So I think they've got the right track. Now, it is Guyz, of course, so there will be monetization, there will be skins, and there will be probably a season pass, 99.9%. So, but not yet. It's CBT, so it's just, you know, take a look at the game, rate it on its merits, but we won't be scoring it today because it's not fully released. But we will be rating it on its merits. We will be talking about each point, good or for worse, and I have no obligation to say anything for or against them. They didn't pay for this promo, so fuck them. We're just going to go in and have some fun. So yeah, I appreciate them sending out the game code for us to check out, and you will get an honest opinion from me. Realistic multiplayer space action is the way it's painting itself. You explore solar systems for rare materials, gathering items, and it has realistic physics in an open world with maneuverabilities and such with the laws of physics. So all of your jets and maneuvers apparently are supposed to feel really realistic. It's got realistic space flight physics that they have coined their own, and dynamic nebula warfare, which means people attack you and there are bots in the game. You can engineer ships, you can build upgrades, you can do mechanical, you can get involved in the mechanical side of things. Resource exploration and looting, of course, goes without saying. It's basically an extraction shooter with ships in space. And yes, shadows in space again. We are back. We seem to end up like keep finding our way back into space somehow. But it looks really interesting. I'm going to leave it there. I think you guys can look this up for yourself. Check it out. Use as many resources as possible and just really find out about the game. It's a really awesome one. So we're going to jump in and take a look. So first I'm just going to run through the boring stuff. Some of the menus, the base menus and just what they do. And in mid-level, I want to show you some gameplay, of course. But I'm going to go into the middle of the video. Yeah, when we hit the middle of the video, sort of 2 hours from now, I'm going to go through in depth into those same menus, but we'll just brush the surface right now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I greatly appreciate your time and thank you for joining me. And yeah, keep your faith up, get yourself a drink, and let's get into it. Right, let's dig into it. So first off, you have your shredder, which is your character. Now I'm assuming we're going to get custom skins and again in-game items and stuff like that, but this is my guy for now. You can move the camera around, and the graphics in this game are AAA top notch. I'm really loving it. There is no gubbins in the options. There is no need for DLSS or FSR or any of that fudgery. It's TAA 100% rendering yourself, which I am a big fan of. The other option, which is the main one you're interested in, is the ships. Now this is my ship. I'm just going to scroll it slowly. This is my ship that you start with. You will start with this ship as well. It's sort of nimble, but it has a decent amount of firepower, but it can't take too much damage. Now the packs they sell on their site already, there's about 4 and they come with a different ship. So each one gives you a different ship and a bunch of loot and gubbins and things to get you going. But they are quite reasonable. They're about $20. So if you want to buy the game, $20, you are in without no CBT code or anything. You can jump straight in, and every time they have a beta or an alpha or anything like this, you could just, sorry, an alpha, that's before a beta. They have a beta or a playtest, you can jump in and join us just for $20. So you can go over to their website and check that one out. So these are your ships. Before we jump in, you've got Moon, you've got Deimos Station, and Antios. Now I've probably pronounced and butchered those names. These are basically just different threat levels. So you've got low threat level, you got medium, and of course in the last one you have high. So low, medium and high, and each one has the same. So it's fighting bots, getting loot, getting out, and trying not to PvP anyone too early in your gameplay. Each session lasts about 10 minutes. And if I'm running through this too quick, I apologize. We will brush over it again. So the Moon is where I tend to go because it is the low level threat from the enemies. There's about like 3 to 6 bots on there at any one time, and everything else is casual. You can just go in, grab some loot and get out. You've got Europe, Asian side, and Russian side, and then you've got North America. So anyone else, you're probably shit out of luck with this one. At the moment, they're the only 3 being offered. You can test pilot ships as well. If you don't know which ones to buy, you can test pilot them. So if I click on here, you can see the test button at the top. It gives you all the stats on the left, and on the right I've got a choice of 4 ships. Now these 2 obviously look the best, but I haven't tried them yet because I just wanted to experience the beginner game with you guys and crack through it with the basic ship that you guys would be using. Now I will be doing follow-up videos on all of these ships before the playtest finish, and I will be just going through and explaining a little bit about the game on each of those videos, so definitely subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. That being said, the next thing I want to show you is probably the workshop. Now out the gate, I'm not a fan of this menu. It's very basic, it's very convoluted, it's very cramped, and for a new player it's going to be overwhelming. I think this is just too much information for new players. It's not broken up into sections very well. Now you can downgrade it, and some of you like that, right? Some of you like the complicated systems, but I'm a trash player, I talk trash. This is not for me. This is very busy, very cramped, and I feel a little bit overwhelmed with it myself when I go in, but I kind of understand it. We've done looter shooters for a long time and I get the ideas, right? So you have blocks, modules, resources, consumables and your ammunition. Now you can craft things in this game by gathering resources, by going on excavations, I'm going to call them. So you can explore the area, grab a load of loot, come back and build something from it. You can see here, for instance, if I need the air wedge, I can go ahead and use these parts here to construct the whole air wedge. But I need 15 of one, 9 of another, 3 of another. You know how it works. And then we go to missions. These are your dailies or your quest missions. So your campaign missions will, once done, preferably not come back until full release. And your all quests are like your dailies, and your weeklies are thrown in there as well. These are cool. These are actually fun to read. You do need to read them. You do need to understand what they're saying, and you then go off and complete the tasks. For instance, my next one is to get 5 pieces of nickel. We'll do that easy. We're going out and exploring today. The next one down will be use the Firefly consumable. I'll explain consumables in a moment. And destroy one ship of any type. So just basically kill a bot and you're good. Very basic stuff at the moment. I'm level 4, which about an hour was gameplay, and it is an addictive hour. I had a great time and the game's banging. We will get into gameplay in 2 seconds. So the other thing is obviously your storage. I'm not going to go over that. It's pretty much basic. Everything you collect will go into one of said categories. Then you're going to be able to like organize it and sort it out. So these are my consumables, for instance. So the Firefly that it wants me to use upon activation, the Firefly releases heat traps to deter homing missiles. So if someone's got a lock on, they fire the missile at you. It's basically a decoy. Workshops where you do all your crafting and your learning. So if you want to make something here that really sort of stands out, let's say we want to make this, right? I have to learn it. So you learn it, then you can craft it, but you still need the resources to craft it. So there's a little bit of like, you know, stretching of the gameplay there, which I quite like. You know, again, it just adds to something to do, right? There's quite a bit to do in the game on that note. Obviously, there's an in-game shop already up in the top right, and there is friends, which is awesome. Really easy way to add friends. You just click it, searches for your friends that you've got added, and then boom, you're in. This game will be coming to Steam, by the way, but not anytime soon. So you will have to purchase it via the usual routes with Guyz. And that's about it. I think I'm going to stop waffling. We're just going to take a look at the gameplay, because I think that's the real selling point of this game. But you can see that this game, just like the little blokies walking around, the mechs, you know, everything's polished, high res, looking real sweet. And even on my monitor, which is getting a bit old now, so 21-inch little 1080 4K, but I run it in 1080, it looks pretty nice. Okay, so we're going to jump in for our first mission. We need a consumable, as that is what the quest has asked us for. So we're going to go ahead and hit the Firefly. Now that's in now. Now I know as well that I want a repair kit, so I'm going to take that as well. Now you can't see, but behind my back I've added 3 health kits, and I don't want 3. So what I'm going to do is remove the health kit just by right button, because if you get destroyed you lose all resources. Okay, so bear this in mind. So if I now right click, hang on, no, sorry, if I control click, I'll try and work this out now. Consumables, control click. Yeah, there you go. So control click allows me to separate just 1 out of the stack. So now I'm not taking 3, and if I die I lose all 3, right? So I'm just going to take the 1, and I'm going to do the same for the Firefly. Very simple stuff. And then we're going to hit go. And I will say this game takes around literally a minute, maybe 2 minutes tops, to find a bunch of people playing this game. This game is actually even right now. It's very popular. I've not really played a CBT or a playtest that has been this active. I think it has big potential. I just think they need to tidy up a little bit of the fat here and now. Right, dropping in, you get your jump space animation, and I'm literally just using the mouse right here. I'm using one hand to navigate around. My jets are controlled with W and S, so S will slow you right down. You can go sort of mid speed, or you can go high speed. Now if you look at my ship, as I'm moving around, there's like mini jets that are propelling us in that direction. So it's not instant. It's quite nippy. It feels arcadey almost. When they say they've got realistic sort of physics and combat, it feels a little bit arcadey. It feels a little bit more like is it not EverQuest? What was it? Oh shit, I'm being shot at. Hang on. Let's get out of here. Someone's trying to take shots, and I think that might be human. Let's just stop, spin move. Yeah, I don't know where he is. I'm just going to hover here for a minute. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, that is definitely someone messing around up here. Okay, so I'm going to end that fort and go straight into combat. So combat consists of machine guns, which is this, which you can barely see on the screen, I'm sure. There you go. Take some chunks out of these guys. Red is bots and white is human players. You have rockets, as I've just fired one off, you saw. There you go, that's a destruction. Now if I get close enough, I can press X, gather those resources, or I can fly straight through them. You do take environment damage. You do not want to hit any object or the floor. You will pretty much be destroyed. Now if you're destroyed, it's not game over. Whee, okay, there's a guy going ham up there. Let's swing around this building. Yeah, we'll help this one out. See, the human player's being chased by the bot. We can actually help him out. Or better or for worse. Still got my rockets. I've lost a wing, by the way. You can see that. You've got destructible ships, which is a really nice touch. You've got particle effects. Ooh, I'm going to slow my roll, spin on the point. Just shoot just in front of it. Boom, that was almost. Not got much health left, neither have I, speaking of that. There you go, I've used the health pack. Rockets off. Oh, he's missed it. A bit of boost on there. Filter back. Play my roll. I like to go in and then turn around, and just as they start shooting, you should be able to get a rocket off on them. There it is, man down. And people will steal your loot. That's another thing I've noticed, is other human players can just nip in and get your loot from you as well. Yeah, let's take down another couple guys, we've got the time. And really I should be looking to gather resources and leave, but you know, that's no fun. Ooh, someone just took my wing off. Hey, so I'm going to demonstrate the death animations. So as we just got defeated there, you can see we've now ejected into a really cool looking pod. This is awesome. So first couple of battles, I could have done better, you know, but to demonstrate, this is how we're going to escape. So you're going to go to your map, you're going to find the extraction, which is the periodic gate just in front of us here. And we're just going to get our pod safely to there. Now, if we was the other side of the map, this wouldn't be such an easy task. I'm going to kill my thrusters, and we're going to hit the teleportation station. And we survived. That is not an oof. Now, you don't bring back any resources because the ship was destroyed. So you do lose out, but you didn't die. So you gain the XP, and you gain... what's it called again? And you keep hold of your consumables, so it's not too bad if you do get killed. Now, if someone destroys your pod, this is where you lose everything, and it's not the end of the world. Again, when you come back, your ship doesn't seem to need repairing, which I think is a little bit of a missed trick. I think they should have some sort of penalty for being destroyed. I mean, again, they're making it a little bit arcadey for me. I'm used to a little bit more of a struggle, especially in a PvE extraction shooter. If that's how you're going to build your game, you do need some consequence to your actions. But the fact that my ship's now fine, ready to fly again, is a little bit of a missed trick. I think you should really have to put some sort of resource that's not hard to find and not much of a bother to get, and very cheap to maybe buy with in-game currency, as I've got 50 G's up there. But I would say that it's a missed trick to not include something like that. So now the ship's just ready to go again. You just hit battle and you can jump straight back into another match with no issues whatsoever. Which we'll now go in and do a successful extraction Fingers crossed, we should not have a problem. And the core gameplay loop I'm going to explain as we're going through this, because this is what is addictive and fun about it. So we're going in. First thing I want to do now, I'm doing a proper game, is to look here. So we've got 2 minutes before we can extract. We also have a mining gate. That's where you have to pay 5 iron to open the gate. Now I've not done that yet, so maybe we can do that later today. But look at the visuals, you know, and if I go to the top and look down, look at this. Oh. It is something else. It's really, really nice. I think video games, especially ones built in with modern techniques, are really shining in the space exploration. You know, some of these space games now are some of the best looking video games we actually have. But there you go, boom. Hella resources there, boys. Stolen. I got some thermite chain. I've not actually had that yet. I was trying to get a lock on, so I'm going to go round. I think it's this guy possibly. Use the boosters. There you go. Big damage. I just have a blast through this game. It's really fun. Okay, we're going to go for the repair because we did take a little bit of damage there, of course. And as you take down the bots, they actually do stay gone. So you're then left with human players. Now, some human players will attack, but most of us just work together. I found early game, people are just interested in gathering loot and leveling up. There goes my man. Yes. Gosh. You feel it? That was sick. Okay, so what do we get? We've got 20mm bullets. That's always handy. You get a nice little beep as well to let you know your rockets have recharged, because you have a cooldown between firing rockets. It's just left button, right button again. Very simple stuff. The controls are laid out actually really nice when you first start. You don't have to mess around with macro keys and changing things around. Let's keep an eye on the old timers. So now our gates are now open. But you see this coming in? This is unknown fragments. This is normally a high loot drop. So it's not like a bunch of loot, but it's different to what you would normally get. It's something, you know, that only that produces. So I'm going to go for that. But then other human players will as well. And it forces that like PvP element. You don't really have a choice if someone else wants it. You see this guy coming in behind me. He obviously wants it too. I'll cut my thrusters. It's gone silent. I think it's just above my bonds there. Now, if I'm sneaky enough, I might be able to get it even if he destroys it. So it's basically space debris. You're going to shoot it, it's going to explode, you're going to get resources. Now, for those who are curious, this game is running high to ultra right now. But, oh, look, he's already got it. Let me go in. I'm going to get X ready. We're going to steal it. And now he's pissed. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. No, bro. Yeah, decoy bish. Come at me. Oh, he was not. He don't want to let me get away with that. Now, what he's trying to do is actually use himself to destroy me. There you go. And he does not want me to have those resources I took from him. He is mad. We need to find a gate and get the hell out of here. He's right behind me. He's on my ass. Okay, we need to go around. Oh, there it is. And he'll probably destroy my bot. He's not letting us get away with that. There you go. I did a sneaky move. I don't think he saw us go under the building now. We only have limited thrusters as well, so I can only boost for so long. No, he's found us. He has found us. He's right behind us. Okay, bring it round, bring it round, bring it round. We're now hidden in the fog. Or mist, or whatever you want to call that. Takes him like 2 seconds to just kill his thrusters and watch where the little pod comes out. You can hide in the clouds, obviously a good idea. Okay, we're going past 2 human players right now. If we can just make it to this gate. I mean, we don't win, but technically he didn't destroy us, and that's a win to me. He tried, did you see it? No. Go on, son, go on, son, go on, son, go on, son. I think we got away because I can hide in here. And there's 4 minutes on the clock. It's 10 minutes a game. And I don't find that I ever leave too early. I'm always there around sort of 8 to 9 minutes deep. This is a war zone through here. Trying to get through here is risky. Look how good this game looks. It's absolutely astounding. I think it has great potential. Whoop. Yes. You did not end me, bro. But I think we didn't take the stuff. So I'm pretty sure... Have a look. Yeah, so there's no loot here. We're level 5 anyway, so who cares? But that is what happens. You know, if someone takes your stuff, it angers you. Because you destroyed it, you claimed it, it's yours. But you did it from too far away. So someone can zoop in like me and take your shit. And if that happens, it's happened to me countless times already, and I'm only level 5. You do get mad. And you will get then PvP happen. But other than that, I find at the beginning of the game, most people just keep to themselves. Bots are enough. You get enough resources. You don't really need to fight other people, which makes it nice for beginners. And I think the game pacing is absolutely great. I think they're doing a great job so far. So now we can claim our reward, which again, if you played any looter shooter, it's the same. Claim the reward, you get the resources, and then you move on to the next one. So we're looking for the nickel still. And again, you can do these in any order. You don't have to do them in the order that they give you. Like this one, inspect the process station 1. I don't know what process station is until I reach that job there. We did have a 0 flight mixture. What's that about? 25% of afterburner increases acceleration and maximum speed. So it's like having NOS. Like this game ain't fast enough. Happy days. Let's just keep jumping in. I feel like doing like a handful of these, like 5 matches, just to give you guys a sort of rough idea of what the game has to offer. Take 1 health pack each time, and I'll take a firefly because I actually did like those. Boom. There we go. So I want to try out the other ships, of course. I don't know if you guys... Ooh, thank you for the subscribers. 38 months? Oh my days.
Drunken Babs followed your channel.
Too kind, too kind. Yeah, what's that? I want to do a handful of matches today, and I think 5 will be the magic number, and then we'll go in depth where I actually show you upgrades. We'll do some upgrades, and I'll show you my other ships. I've got like 4 of them to show off, so you can check those out as well. Again, first thing's the map, see if there's any decent loot. There's not really, so I usually go for bots personally. While my ship is fully healthed up and ready to go, I like to attack a few bots. If we can find where they're hiding out. But just the visuals in the game keep me in it, and the gameplay is ooh, what's this? Gameplay is addictive, as you're seeing here. There we go. What did we get? Iron. We needed nickel. And a bit more iron now. And again, things blow up really well, and when they do that, that's one of the best things you can do with a space shooter. You just have particle effects and things explode nice. This up. Alright, kill the jets, turn it. Here he is, here he is. So you can tilt yourself around, of course. I don't want to give anyone vertigo or anything. I find that I don't struggle with the camera on this game at all. Get in where I want him. Boom. There it is, baby, there it is. Man down. Oh, feels good, feels good. He only dropped ammo, which is a bit sad. Let's have a little look for more space debris. And again, it doesn't take long to get a match. I'm talking like a minute, 2 minutes, and it's just thick and fast. You never are sitting around doing nothing, which I love. Don't want to do a live stream and present for you guys, and then we're just sitting there really not doing much. I like to be in and out, and then upgrades in between. Ooh, a little bit of learning. Okay, someone's behind me. That's not good. Look at this, look at this. Whoa, get some. That a barrel roll? Upside down rocket. So you're aiming for the dot just in front of the ship. That's the path of travel. That's probably going to hit him. I'm going to veer off. Yeah, do it again. Rinse and repeat. Ooh, someone's done him, but we can have the loot. There you go. My loot. I don't know where the human player was that did that, so I'm just going to head back down. Again, we've got repair, and we've also got flares if we get targeted. There you go, it's all kicking off. Again, human player versus bot right now. There's plenty of people playing this game already. And being it's the Guyz team, I can't imagine it going dead or being retracted anytime soon. In fact, I don't know of a game personally that they have done that too. I think they've always live serviced their games permanently. I might be wrong, that's a bold statement, but I'm pretty sure I don't remember one, and if I am forgetting one, it's probably because it's forgettable. Go on son, go on son. Oh, he's gone through here. You can't target through the clouds or the fog. And that's it. All gone very quiet, so we'll spin the camera around. Bring up the map. I've got 2 human players targeting me, I don't know why. I'm not space debris bros. They might want some. There we go, get this one. I'm out of rockets, so I'm going to have to do it the hard way. Wait for my guns to recharge. Boom, there it is. Yes, so good. I don't know if you guys agree or not. Let me know in the comments what your opinions are, of course, what you're thinking. Is it looking like same old shiz? Is it looking good? Are you know, looking forward to this one? Something you'll get into? Something you're waiting to play, maybe? Ooh, okay, so someone's going ham. Look at that. I'm just going to leave their loot here too. Ooh. There you go, I got a debris. If you're in doubt, smash for it. If in doubt, just pick it up. My foot's gone to sleep, I had to get it out of there. Oh, I wish I had rockets. There it is. Ooh, okay. Lovely jubbly. I'm not sure we actually got anything from it, but... So extract with 3 pieces, which we've done, and use a battery pack energy. Hang on, use a battery energy pack consumable. I don't bring that with me, so yes, we can extract and go equip one of those, get another challenge done, get another bunch of loot. I see space debris. I don't know if we're going to be the first there though. Take a look. So it's now heading out of the orbit, so we need to hurry up. So they move pretty quick and they just go from A to B, so you have to be there to catch them or you'll miss your opportunity. You can see I'm chasing it now. There is a map behind me, I can see it but you can't, so I'll keep pulling up the map as I explain stuff. What else did I want to cover? I mean, to be fair, this is the core gameplay, you know. You take a couple consumables like you do with any looter shooter and you try and make it through in one piece. Well, I've been sidetracked. The hunt has begun. Here we go. Now everybody's going to hunt me for some reason. Which I'm not bothered about because I'm about to leave anyway. But we lost our loot. We didn't quite catch it in time. We've got 3 minutes till the battle ends. I'll get in the fog here so then they'll stop shooting at me. Okay, we're just going to head straight. Catch me if you can. There is an initiation bot that I just shot, and what that does, it starts off like a whole, lets everybody just attack you. It just, I mean, it's okay at the beginning of a match if you can find one, but I find they only pop up at the end of matches, and they do it purposely because you've only got 2 minutes on the clock. You have to have heavy firepower, heavy armor, and it's just something that I tend to avoid at this stage in the game because of lack of upgrades, really. There's our escape down here. Left. Somewhere around here, I'm not quite seeing it. There is some more space debris coming in. Again, it constantly tempting me to do stuff. So, can I get it before someone else? Whoa, I missed it. Slow our roll down. Why can I not pick that up? Yeah, I'm in some sort of spin. Someone wanted it more than me, they can have it. Okay, that was a full, just basic extraction. You can see here, I've come away with stuff. Last time we didn't, because I was trying to explain the, not the way to play it, basically. So we've still got our rescue pod, of course, and we've got a bunch of stuff. So we've got space debris, which is quite important at the early stage of game. Consumable items there. We've got a module, which I haven't had before. That's for weapon parts. What's this one? Various mining resources. And I think this is okay. I think the items are quite recognizable, and as you play it more, I do feel comfortable with the things I'm finding and the things I have to do with those items and space debris. But I don't find the menu very appealing. This one's fine. It could be cleaned up so it was just all not here, and you could just have like a little bar that comes up at the right hand side. But I think this is just a mess. Like, this is just too much information for most players. And especially if you're going to do like Linux support with controller, you know, you're not going to want to go through all of these menus. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different categories just in storage. If they could simplify that or make it look nicer, that would be the start. Do the categories actually like separate so that it feels a bit more intuitive, and not have it all on the screen at once. Like, this is just a mess. But like, maybe have these sort of bigger at the side but locked out with the name of what it is. So if I click this ship icon or this rocket icon, it's going to tell me what it is first, and then it goes to this menu, which then brings up the picture of it and all the information, because then it's all just tucked away and you're still seeing your character. You could do everything basically that this game offers in this one screen. You could have it all just clickable tabs that expand, rather than having all of those along the top. It doesn't make any sense to do that. It just makes things a little bit messy and a little bit confusing, I think, more so for new players than anything. So if I go to the ship, I'm now going to show you how the workshop and stuff works. So you've got your modules, you've got your resources, you've got your consumables. Mainly your modules are the ones you want. You've got your blocks, of course, as well. So building blocks basically add to your ship. You can fit them, strengthen them, upgrade them, make them more, you know, get better firepower, and that's where you're going to do all of that. So you're going to build it in here, and then you go to the hangar. You can double click your ship, which gives you a very nice 3D version of your ship. And you can actually see the little blokey in there. Like, you can see my guy actually sitting in there. So if you're wearing a skin, you will be able to see it inside the ship, and I think that's just a very cool aspect. So if I just hit this, it's as simple as saying this part. It even goes see-through because Guyz, right? So you're going to hit upgrade arrow. That's it. And if you do the reset button, it's going to replace. So you're going to do upgrade, and we're just going to select the items that are there, and we're just going to hit upgrade. Now, I don't necessarily want to upgrade this ship because I don't feel like it's the one I'm going to be keeping. But just for video purposes and explanations, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So our next upgrade is only 1 away of iron. And we know this is a very common resource. So we're going to be able to upgrade that to level 5 very soon. That gives us an extra shield. It gives us more structure durability, which is just basically shield. And we're going to get a stronger hull, which means the amount of bullets damage we can take is 36 instead of 34 before we see any damage, which is cool. And then you've got your ballistics, which of course are your weapons. They have different parts to the ballistics. So you've got your stabilizer, so if I select that, and then of course you can change parts out on that as well. And just show you that. So you've got one on either side. So you've got a stabilizer on either side, which is the little mini boosters you see. And then you have your main gun attached to the top there, which is what looks to be a rail gun. It's called a machine gun. Basic, simple, I like it. We've got the Lamia, which essentially I believe is the underbelly. Yeah, so this is where your missiles come from, which is really cool if you go upside down and fire a missile. And again, you can change that, you can upgrade it, you can do things with that. I find that with those parts, what I tend to do is just go workshop, and I find the gold versions of it. So they're like your top tier at the moment, and just basically look what one I want. So like if I wanted like heavier shields, I could buy like this armor piece, and then I can just bolt it straight on, right? Instead of take a thruster off, bolt an armor piece on instead. So depending on how you want to play, I'm going to go ahead and learn this one because I don't actually have this one yet. How you want to play and how you want to craft is the core, let's say, personality of the game. That's what you're going to be aiming towards, building the meta ship, building the best, strongest, most agile, whatever you're going for. There'll be a meta for each type of ship. And by that, I mean, if I go to my ships, these have very distinct stats because they're buyable versions, but you can upgrade them how you want. So I could take like this tank version and I could downgrade it to be more agile, more lightweight, more nimble, and I could just fit it with rockets and just say it only fires rockets, is in and out, get in and out, grab loot and get out. And I think that's the core excitement for me in this game, is the decors, of course, you know, if you're going to change the colors and mix it up. And just learning which one does what and which one I want to use. And again, each one I'm going to go through and do a separate video of. I've got the Chimera as well, which is, it looks smaller, but it actually isn't. It's quite huge because of its wingspan. But yeah, I'm going to go through and sort of kit these out with a few upgrades and then come back to live and talk about those. But I feel like the game itself on a core is just ready to go almost. You know, I don't think this game's far off release. And again, the gameplay loop is so nice to do that it's addictive, and you can just jump in, have 3-4 games and jump out. And I think that's the beauty of it. I don't have a lot of time like a lot of you guys. If you're working all day and you want to come home, kick back and put this on for a bit, it does need you know, native controller support, and it does need to work on Linux. But if they can get those two things done with the introduction into Steam, I think that's going to solve that problem for them as such. So basically just port it to Steam once it's ready and let's go. I think it's going to be a really interesting one to watch, and I think it's one that you should have in your wish list if not already purchased. I mean, $20, a lot of games for $20, but it is just a beta test. That's like 2 weeks long, so bear that in mind when you make your purchase. But you will get access to the next test or anything else they decide to do. Let's have a look. TikTok explosion, that's not what we want. We wanted the... What was the challenge we needed? Something here. Use battery, wasn't it? Do we have a battery? Explosive battery energy, here we go. Yeah, we need one of them. So, battle, consumables, grab a battery. I'm going to grab 2 this time. Boom, and then always take a health in with you. Just to get you to that end game. Or extraction point. And it's not a difficult game. If you've never played a space looter shooter or any type of space game, you can just jump straight in. Honestly, you can just jump straight in. And I think it's very much suited to a controller style gameplay as well. I don't find the physics that, do you know what I mean? Realistic. But I find it more arcadey, and I think that's what I like about it. I don't feel like it needs massive realism. Yeah, your weights matter and your nimbleness of being able to turn and get into a dogfight. But again, that's down to your upgrades and how you want to play it. Oh, he's fired before I had the lock on. My bad. Yeah, he's done what I've done. Ooh. Here we go. I'm going back for him. He knows it. He knows it. We're both going up, are we? Trying to get target. There you go. Bosh. That's right. That's right. Just took his wing off. Just took his wing off. He's a one-winged man. There it is. And there's our resources. Rescue pod. Happy days. So it looks like you're only going to have an X amount of rescue pods. I didn't even know that. So if you're going to run out of rescue pods, that's another reason not to die. That's an actual risk and rewards, because you know you don't want to come back with nothing. You need them XPs at least. Ooh. And I would imagine this game is being a little bit more generous than the actual full release for items, because they're going to want people playing and enjoying themselves. And then later on, maybe they're going to monetize it a bit more, if you know what I mean. Who knows? I'm hoping they keep it as it is. It feels pretty solid so far from what I've played. But he's going straight down. Ooh, I've got to slow my roll. He's trying to make us hit the floor. Get some. I ain't no fool. Let's go. Let's check it. So no space debris, and these are now open for extraction. So basically just flying around doing damage is the main thing now. So use the battery, of course. Ooh, pretty. So that's now all of those tasks done, and we can claim that resource when we leave. So we just need to leave in one piece. Again, just going to hang about for like a couple minutes, see what we can find, see what we can do. You can see over there the purple gates are open, so I can now leave when I want. Have a little look around for some. This area usually has space debris. See if we can find any. I like the tilter ship. I think the fact it's off tilter and then you have to put it back, and that's just Q and E. Very easy to do. I'm assuming that would be like left button, right button on a controller. I spy with my little eye. I don't want to go too far out of the map. Thinking there might be loot over there. What are these? Oh, I forgot. You have zoom. Just on the mouse wheel you can zoom all the way in and zoom all the way out. So sort of home in your shot if you want. I find that firefights are too quick for that. I don't really use it very often unless you're going to be dirty and sneak up on someone. From a distance, don't really have a use for it. Looking in and out of the map, definitely beneficial. Oh, okay, we've got someone coming around the back. Again. I think we took his wing off. A little bit optimistic with that, aren't I? He's coming down on us. If you watch where the front dot goes, it basically tells you what he's thinking and what he's going to do. Yeah. Today. We're out of rockets. Got to take him down the old school way. Oh, space debris. Just flying past. Nice. That's mine, baby. That's mine. They didn't even take their loot, they're after someone else, so we'll take that. We're actually on the games right now. it's all kicking off. We've got about 4 bots on us for 2 human players. Yeah, I've got him steady. Keeping an eye on the time. Got about 2 minutes to mess around. Oop. What's a scavenger? It says 100%. Go check that out. Oh, okay, that's that thing where everybody attacks us. Again, without rockets, he's gone. I didn't know they could do that, so bots can zip out as well. Okay, that was a successful extract again. Again, it's just really addictive. I can't help myself but jump in and have some more fun. Level 6 now, and we've got a couple of our missions done at least. There you go. There's only 2 more left, so I'm curious what happens after that. You can have up to 30 in a queue at any one time, and you can complete them in any order you want. So again, nickel, not really finding any nickel. We've got to work that one out, so let's have a little read. Our warehouses are empty, but there is many asteroids flying around. So just, again, the same way we got iron, we need nickel. So I'm going to increase the difficulty, I think, to try and get some nickel out of one of these stages. Do we have an upgrade yet? No, we still need a piece of iron. And that's what we're working towards, and that's about it. Now, I did say I wanted to go a little bit more in depth into the menus, but I think I've brushed across most of the functionalities of most things. There is a season pass, but it says it's unlocked by completing all of the campaign missions. So we will do that prior to finishing, so you will get to see that as well. And more than likely, even on a beta test, I'm probably going to sign up for it because I want to get the best start. I don't know if they're going to do a wipe. I don't think they will. I'm hoping they don't, because I think the best start should be saved. Why have a battle pass? Unless it's just going to be a sneaky peek look. Battery, what's this one? Resistor, power supply. Incoming damage shield are minus 80%. That's really good. I'm going to hold on to that bad boy. I'm going to go with the fireflies again. Nice. I mean, really, it's only 2 o'clock. I could probably test all the ships out today. I think we could just get it all done in one video. But I didn't want to make the video too long. So I don't know what you guys are feeling. If you want to see the ships, we'll do the ships. Someone asked me the other day, he's like, you do less now. And I feel like that's better than doing 4 hours where I have to chop a lot of stuff out. You know, I want to stay hype. I want to stay fun. And I try and get it done as quick as possible until I burn out. If you burn out, you're not making good content, right? So for me, it was just like, I'd rather give you more for less than give you more with less. That makes sense. Okay, so again, this is a completely different map because we've changed our difficulty level. We're now on medium, so I'm going to try and take it a little bit more careful. We've got 4 minutes to extract, which is cutting it closer. That is because on easy it's 2 minutes. Now we have 4 minutes to wait, which puts us in the firing line a little bit more, but that's okay. I think an ability to carry more rockets is something I'm really looking forward to. A minute, look, he's just stopped and waiting. Boom. Oh, jeez. I'll let him take. I'll take those couple hits. Right, baby, get some. 2,000 on a rocket there. Is he going to fire back? Yep, I was waiting for that. Another 2,000. That's big damage. He's now in the red. You taking machine gun? Come on now. Don't be stingy. Had to use a rocket. It's so much fun to fly through it. So I could have used my decoys, or I could have even just got in close and used a lot of health. I took that really slow, and this is a different type of gameplay right now. This is more of a sort of 1v1 with bots. Oh, buddies. Someone definitely doesn't like me, and they've just took my... Oh, okay, this is not good for us. Can't repair this from here. Again, we're not going to be able to get away for 4 minutes, are we? So what are we, 2 minutes on the wait time? Yeah, 2 minutes. This is harsh. This was very harsh. Absolutely destroyed in the damage factors. You definitely want to take a piece of me on this one. Obviously you can try and avoid, you can hide in clouds, there's different strats you can use. I'm just going to head towards the extraction, hopefully we can get away with it. Like, these blue things are interesting. What are these? Can we destroy them? Can we gather anything? I think they're just there. That's what they do. There you go, 1 minute and 50. There's another human player just loitering around this way, so I'm hoping he doesn't attack us. There you go. We'll just hover here, I think. It's a bit of a poon move, I know, but it's going to get us out of here in one piece with the resource that we have gathered, which ain't too bad, to be honest. I'm just kind of hiding behind the structure so they can't see us. And keep an eye on the map. So we've got some space debris coming our way, but I don't think we're going to be able to... Can't take the risk. I don't even know if I have machine guns. Oh, I do, because under my ship. Okay, cool. And again, because I'm relying on thrusters only, my maneuverability has just gone down the pan. We no longer move as fast, we can't turn as quick. But if I try and turn, I'm basically strafing. And if I try and do this, it's very slow compared to what it would normally be. Like, it does make a difference when you take damage. So there is like physics involved, but it does still feel a bit arcadey. And I think I like it for that reason. I'm just waiting for the portal to open. I'm going to boost straight through it. If in doubt, get the hell out. It's a shame there's not like an option for music as well. There's not much spacey music going on in the background. There's some. There's like an intro music and there's an outro music, but there's not really anything while you're in combat. I think there should be a little bit more. I mean, some enemies have music. Again, it's just, but it kind of comes in and goes out. I think there should be some sort of undertone music, you know, spacey themed. And boom, straight away we are the first one out there, I bet you. But I get Stargate vibes, I get Star Trek vibes from this, you know, old school Star Trek, not new Star Trek. But I do really vibe with this game. I wouldn't recommend it if I didn't. I think it's actually really good. And I'm just sort of lucky enough to get my hands on it at this stage. I think we're like one of the only 2 streamers today that have actually had their hands on the game. Okay, so what's next? Well, I definitely need more armor, which I've learnt now. There's blocks workbench of level 3 required. Blocks workbench. So how do I do that? Because this is the workshop. This is blocks. There's no workbench. We can find that. Blocks workbench. Gotta be this. That's not made itself too clear, is it? What's a blocks workbench? Well, I would assume this is the workbench right here. And again, it has categories, so if I want to just do gold, just hit the color, right? Yeah, I don't really know what that's asking me to do there, unfortunately. So a little bit more explanation into that one. I don't know what a block's workbench is. There's nothing that says workbench here at all. We've got the workshop, which then is just where you learn stuff. So maybe we learn the workbench here. Have a look. Restoring shields, engine speed, plasma rifle. How much damage is that? 60 or 63? Amplified plasma gun. Ooh. I'm going with that one. And this one's the copper weapon rather than the standard issue one we have. So again, we'll learn that as well. Module workbench. I think it was just talking about these. I think it just wants me to have 3, which is level 3 maybe. Because I don't see anywhere to actually do a workbench. I don't know if that's bad translation or what. So yeah, back in again. I think I'm going to show you all ships today. I think I'm going to get it done in one and then we can move on to other things. But I'm not going to do it yet because I want to level this up first. Right, so if you go to assembly, you can actually see all of your parts. And then you've got settings, which you can switch your primary and secondary. And it tells you what fires what, but you can switch them around as you see fit. I need a piece of iron. That's what I need. We'll go back for medium difficulty. Just because I felt like we struggled a bit there. Maybe that was a one-off. Let's go see. I've got 2 decoys this time, just in case. Yeah, let's go. So basically the PvP element is going to be more difficult in this one because you wouldn't really come in here as soon as I have. You're probably going to like upgrade your ship to at least medium to high before you come in here, which will keep the game fresh for, I mean, I played it for an hour before I came stream, so I'm playing it for another 2 hours so far. I would say it's about a 6-hour journey before you really want to go into medium, and again probably same for hard. So you talk about 12 hours. I mean, for $20, 12 hours seems awfully fair. And then you've got all of the other stuff added into that as well, and the replayability. Ah, there's one. I see you. On the zoom, it's harder to predict where they're going to go. I quite like that part. There you go, we just done him. He's gone in the clouds. Sneaky. It's funny because these clouds do the job, but they seem quite low res. I feel like that could be improved. About the only visual I think is a bit off. Ooh, spin quicker. Right, go on, get him. I think I missed. I think I did to him what that human player did to me, and that was just to throw myself into him. There's something with an exclamation mark, so let's see what that is. Ooh, buddy, is that just a port? Yeah. Where are we then? Ah, I see. Driller, medium ship that collects ore. And everyone that collects iron, because that's what I need. We've got 2 space debris coming, and no other human players by the looks of it. Unless I've just not come across them yet. There's the driller. I don't really want to deal with that. I like the way it comes up at the top as soon as you get near it and tells you what you're dealing with. Base debris. So I need to do a full 360 and head this direction. Yeah, and I'll cut it off around here somewhere. Alright, this one. Good job. This is cool. Whatever this is above my head, that looks really awesome. Looks like a space station of some sort. The space debris gone, so there is other human players here. We go into that. What? I need to slow my roll and have a look at this. I don't think I'm supposed to be in here. Things are not happy. Oh, mate. Definitely don't want to go in now. I've got defensive turrets for days. My mistake. I didn't know. Okay, for such a small map, I think there's loot in there. There's got to be really good loot in there. But it's very risky because them turrets will absolutely shred me with my armor. And it seems like the only thing really here if you look at the map. So I'm going to go for space debris and I'm going to go for extract. Hopefully we get what we want. That's a human player there, right? Yeah. He's gone for the debris. I'm going to try and nick it from him. Who can get there first? I think you already got it. Okay, he doesn't like the fact I'm there, so I'm just going to leave. Stop stalking me, bro. Okay, he's just got into some shiz. The decoys, and I brought two. That didn't work, that one didn't work. You son. Ooh, hang on. There's debris that's worth a look. Where is it? Ah. I don't have any weapons left. I'm buggered. Okay, we're gonna have to leave because I've got nothing left. It's a shame they don't have, at this point in the game, any way to rejuvenate your wings, like a repair station somewhere. And maybe the repair station could be like destroyed by another player. Maybe it could be like littered with AI around it. But if you can like get to it and repair your ship, oh, hang on, I'm leaving. Jeez. Don't have to boost. What's there? Enemy there. Please tell me that's one. Manual gate. Gate opens in a few seconds after activating terminal. All players are notified when it opens. Okay, maybe it's not what I want. Asteroid belt. Periodic gate. This is another thing for the devs, not being able to ping the map. So I know the icon's there, I know the icon is also on my map, but only when you get close. So being able to ping it and then have that icon just right in front of your face at all time, pointing you towards the direction you should be traveling, I think is a must. Just being able to hit like the middle mouse button and ping the automated complex, for instance, just so I know I'm heading in the right direction at all times. Because the camera and the when you're a beginner, you don't really know the environment very well. So I think that could really help us out, just having something to ping and then just see it around the screen as I move. So if I go left, it's going to tell me to go right. Yeah, that's Gavin, so I'm going to leave that well alone. Kind of flying into trouble, but I can't help it because I'm trying to get... By trying to avoid people, I'm actually getting in the way. Right, here we go. I've done a massive U-turn. Yeah, my navigation skills are muffed. Right, just head straight. Limited boost and one wing. So that was uneventful, and that's the second uneventful match I've had in medium. So I would say even if they have the resources I'm looking for, like iron, I'm just not going to bother because I'm going to play through the more comfortable scenario that's more suited to my ship at this standard. I think trying to run before you can walk in this game is not best, and it doesn't feel as fun because you're always just going to get shot to bits whenever you go in. Okay, I'm reaching the complex, but I'm actually going to run out of time, which is the first time I've ever done this as well. And I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's my waypoint. 30 seconds. Will we make it? If I do, this is going to be within like a 5-second extraction right now. Come on, baby. You hear me knocking? Let me in. Innocent space. Say that and what? Okay, we got one thing really, and that was a reactor X43, which I have no idea what it does, but I'm sure it's useful. But again, we almost leveled up an entire XP bar by doing that level because it's above my pay grade. Now don't take 5. Imagine that, going in battle with 5 beacons. Unless you're really going for PvP, it just is a waste. Nice. So what we're trying to achieve is a bit of iron and a few other resources just to level up to the point where our ship is at mid-level. So I think like level 5, level 6. And then we're going to go and test the other ships out. Once I've done that, which I'll do on Moon stage, we'll then try that medium difficulty again, but with the medium upgrades on the basic ship. We should be able to withstand a bit more damage. I love the way this game starts, the intro. And again, this is one of my favourite looking stages, and I think they've done that purposely because, and we will check out hard as well, you're going to be in here the most. Especially in your beginner first sort of 6 to 10 hours, you're going to be in this map over and over again. But again, it doesn't really get old because you're always doing something different. You're always having a different experience every time you go in. You know, not necessarily massively different, but you are definitely maybe going to come away with more resources than other times. You're going to get more damage than other times. Sometimes you might even get oofed. So it's always a learning curve. And get him. Nice. Hit him in the jacks. Got a recharge. No, not yet. I'll wait for it. There you go. Get him coming at us. Big damage to the front. Oh, he's in the red. He's in the red. Again, on-screen notifications are really useful. I'll try to save my rockets as I wasted one. And really I should only be able to do that another 2 times because rockets get rid of these guys really quick and I've only got 2 left. And I think that's my letdown of this ship. It just doesn't come with enough rockets. So what we got? So we've got an enemy coming in, which I'm not interested in. I want the loot. So we're going to go through the cloud. There you go, and try and head it off this way. There it is. The most valuable thing, I think, for new players. We tend to all go for it. You tried to steal my shits. Not today, baby. I've taken on a scavenger there, just because he was being rude. Which brings in about 3 or 4 side ships with him. Oh, he disappeared. It's cool because it's like the bots are doing the same as you. They're all trying to scavenge and escape with resources. Oh, I always fire a rocket too early. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you dudes doing? I'm going for extraction. Don't like the way that turned out. I lost 2 wings in about 2 seconds. I got shook. Now that was a good one. If I get a top row, I'm happy. You know, you've got enough resources there to make that worth it. So I've got an ion supercharge, which is a new one. We've got space debris, of course. Ooh, motherboard. Basic component for various electronics. Makes sense. And again, I kept my side items, you know, my health and my decoy, because we didn't use them. But no iron, I don't think. Damn it. Can we not create iron? That would be good, to be able to craft iron. Or anything else, you know, anything you need. Consumables, oh, ammunition, schematics. So these are the things that we've been learning. We've got plenty of them. Let's go with golds, or blue even, because... Oh, we don't have blue. We have white and we have gold, but no blues. Speed engine. What I like about it seems quite fair. Like, even if I had a gold ship, I don't feel like I'd be massively overpowered. I feel like somebody with better maneuverable skills and more rockets could definitely take me down. So I don't think you can overpower yourself too much in this game at present that I've seen. Okay, we've still got the resources attached. So we're just going to jump in for another jump. Let's go. So 9 minutes on the clock. 2 minutes till we can get out of here. Crucibles. Okay, that's a new one. Let's go see what that is. Guy right behind me. Seriously? Do you want some, son? There you go, get some. And he's done. You get punk. And he's got a friend. He's got another sentinel friend. They make me laugh, the bots. They start something and they make sure that you head towards their friends. They drag you in. Okay, I caught him up. Now it's time to go down. Boom. I think I've had enough of them. I want to explore. Crucibles is miles away, so I'm going to have to get out of the battle zone. Ton of enemies here. I think the enemies are per human PvP player. Oh, what's that yellow? What was that? I swore I saw yellow. I think it's this. Thermite chain. I'll have a bit of that. Thank you very much. Hang on. Crucibles are to the right. So we'll go and investigate what this is. I think it's this place here. Actually flying upside down right now. Cool looking, right? I mean, I really fucks with this game. It's on top list. I really enjoy this. I can't wait for it to be released fully. I just hope they don't over monetize it with stuff nobody wants. because that will really let it down. But we've found a rocket defender, which sounds like it can really mess us up. We'll take our time with it, see what we can do. We did some big damage there. Got one rocket left myself. Wait for it. Boom. Chunks. Okay, that was cool. Right from the reload. Oh. Can you feel it? Ooh. Today, baby. That was cool. I enjoyed that. I was well into that. I was locked in. But this place just seems like an enemy base. Another rocket defender there, but it would take too long with machine guns to take him down. Get out of here. Okay, so I'm just going to head home. And we're done. I mean, I got some decent resources. I beat my first rocket defender through the asteroid cluster. I think they're still chasing behind, but they're lagging. They're slow. And just whip it in, boys. Happy. Still no iron. And I could stay in there looking for iron, but the longer you're in there, the more risk you run because the threat levels go up. There's bigger enemies. You just want to sort of jump in, jump out, you know, keep trucking on, and that is the grind with this game. But I like it because it is just going to be, it's not one you're going to sit here and play for 4 hours like me. You're probably more likely to come home, play it for an hour and then go sleep. So I think, again, it's just one of those that really do fit that sort of shoe really well. You can jump in, have a bunch of fun and jump out, and you haven't really feel like you lost anything. You don't really feel like you've gained too much. There's still plenty to do. You're probably looking forward to doing it, so you might do it tomorrow, day after, until you achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And it sort of spoon feeds you, you know, content, but it's more about the core gameplay. The core gameplay is to die for. It's just really well laid out. And again, it's no Star Citizen, do you know what I mean? It's not trying to reinvent the wheel and give you a world you live in. It's just giving you, as you can see, a basic user interface on a really fun core gameplay. There's only about 4 or 5 ships right now, and I assume that's going to double within the first year of this game being released. Yeah, just there's not much bad to say about it, to be honest. Okay, so I'm back in. So I'm looking for iron. Until I find iron, I can't really progress. So hopefully you guys can hang out with me while I do that. Big PvP game, I try. Sorry, I've been at the chats for a little piece. We're back in. Right, let's have a look. Game does get you like that. There seems to be a red enemy already on the map. Let's see if we can find him. Ooh. What? I thought I was like nowhere near that, and all of a sudden it just creeps up on you. Okay, that sucked. I just took both my... Look at the state of me. I'm alone, there's no one here beside me. Look at the state of this. I'm like a pencil. Got one booster left. Whoa, okay, this guy's really going to see me coming, isn't he? Let's have him now, shall we? Pencil ahoy. And try and take down a sentinel with a pencil. See some. There he goes. He'll be looking like me in but a moment. He'll try and go above me. Sneaky. Nice. Always dodge left or right once you fire a rocket and they're coming straight for you. They love to smack into you. It's kind of the game plan, and PvP players are starting to learn this too. Yeah, keep going. That's it. That's your ass. Oh, how have you not done? Head straight for him so he can't get target. Kill the thrusters and then back on it. Okay, got away with that. I've got one rocket left. Pencil ahoy! I think that missed. There it is. What a chief he was. Those beams work from a very vast distance. I like that. You can gather from quite far away. We've got a shield. No wings, but we've got a shield. Okay, so we'll go to the... Again, if I could ping the asteroid cluster, it would be decent. From what I can tell, there's no ping. I mean, I might be wrong. Doesn't tell me on here there's a ping anywhere, and tried the usual suspects on the controller and keyboard. Dudes, leave me alone. Right, if we can make it to extraction, then good. If we can't, then that's just game over. It is what it is. It was my mistake. Don't drive straight into a space station and you'll probably be alright. There you go. So 6 minutes left means it's 2 minutes on the clock before they unlock, so we're definitely going to be able to get out of here as long as we can make it there in one piece. There's a couple enemies in front of us. Suppose we could help with the engagement of those. Ooh, being a pencil does not help with navigation skills. It goes right here. Just going to slow my roll a bit, and in we go. Boom. I felt like I was just drifting there. I didn't feel like I was in control at all at that last piece. What is that? Stress under fire. Pilot abilities. Condition. Taking damage. Afterburner energy restoration 30%. I mean, yeah, I'm always stressed under fire the way I play. We've got another pod, of course. Loads of those rescue pods. Level 7. You got a ship blueprint. Okay, this is new. We've also got a bunch of bits and bobs for that ship. If I go in here and then we go ships. Which one did we unlock? Basic ship. I think it's this. Okay, cool. So this is a blueprint that you unlock by getting to level 7. You don't have to buy these at all. That's interesting, because I think this is a hyped up version of that, which we just got for free. So I think the $20 is just really to play the game, because each one gives you one of these ships. So each $20 you could buy like the Cobra, for instance, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, you get a little bit of a amped up ship compared to your basic, but you're going to buy the game anyway. So you might as well just go with one of these, you know, and you're not really going to break the game or be OP out the gate, because they still need upgrades. You still need to put the resource into it. And I bet this takes more resources than the little base ship does to upgrade in the first place, so that you're always kind of fighting against the people now coming up for free. I like that idea. That's actually pretty good. I didn't know you got blueprints for free, which is another bonus for the game now. I just wish I could find iron easier. I wish there was a sure set way of finding the resources you need that are just in and out, in and out. Because only at this stage of the game does that matter. I think once you've done all of those, you're really just playing to do PvP and PvE whilst leveling through a battle pass. I think that's the core gameplay. But at the beginning of the game, when you first jump in, doing the tasks, everything's locked behind them. So you have to do them. So at the minute, I'm just looking for that one piece of iron I need, which can be like, come on man, just give me the iron. I need one little piece of iron. I've got a couple exclamation marks on my map, so let me get out this. We can look down on them. Ooh, okay, this looks interesting. Over here somewhere. What is it pointing me towards? There it is. Ooh, slow your roll. Progress, moon exploration. Ah, okay, so it's just a waypoint to say that you actually got. Don't crash, don't get off there. Oh, I need done myself again. Okay, we'll explore this side now. Someone just took my wing off. Cheers, asshole. Not today. I've got anti-rockets. This one. If I get these two done and then leave, that's another achievement. That's a bunch of resources, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And then we'll come back and look for iron. Shield, bish. Damn, someone really don't like me. Where is this waypoint? Nope. Is that above? Oh, it's up here. There you go, boom, done it. Now we need out. Leave me. I'm going to duck under here. We'll go straight up. Catch me if you can. I mean, I was in there, but what, 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes. But we got what we needed to do. That was cool. There you go. So I've got the reward, which gives me more credits. You're getting about 100 to 200 credits. So 50,000. Again, it's probably worth spending that $20 just to buy in and buy a pack with a ship you like the look of, because you're going to get the extra credits as well. And I'm sure they're going to be useful later on. I'm actually thinking them credits are used to buy the season pass. And if they are, I'm happy because I've already got them. And I think that it would be advisable that most people go down that route. So 5 nickel, again, not bothered about that. I just want my iron. So we are burning through some resources here and we're not getting them back. So I'm only taking one at a time, and even that is starting to stretch my resources. So we're going to have to watch that. But I hope you're all having a great day, and I appreciate you all hanging out with me and chilling. If you do fancy a chisel, just jump in the chat and we'll have a little chin wag. What time we got? So we are 3 o'clock, so we're going to about 4:30. I feel like I've almost covered everything. I just want to show you guys all of the ships, test them for myself, and then I think that's about it really, you know. I don't want to spoil too much of the beginning game. Is that just a waypoint now? Yeah. Like, I kind of get why the map doesn't show you where the resources are. Like, there's this little thing here that... Is that a thing we can have? Boom, there you go. Nickel. First piece of nickel. But I get why they don't show you where that is, but at the same time, I'd like the rough idea of where the resource gathering area is. And I know it's like randomly generated so that everybody doesn't just go to that area all the time. So I can kind of see why, but I can also see why I don't like that system. Looking around just randomly for stuff can get really frustrating because you just want one thing. I just want one piece of iron, but I'm not finding it. And there's nothing on this map that points me into any direction of iron, right? So even if it was just like a beacon area, I mean, I can scan. I've got R, right? So I can scan. But you have to be in the area to scan anyway, so you're kind of learning as you go, which I like, but then it's also slow and sort of, you know, you can miss stuff or not find what you want at all. So it's hit and miss, and I feel like I'm not really sure. I think that's the biggest question I have is, do I really like that system or not? I mean, it doesn't matter as such. There you go, I found my iron. This kind of works. It just takes time. You have to be left alone. You have to not be in combat. There's a lot of conditions for you to get what you want. But as you can see there, that's basically item gathering. You're looking for these little rocks that have some sort of color tone to them. Maybe if they glowed more, maybe if they're a little bit more easy to see. The scan's okay, like I say, the scan does work. I do tend to go to asteroid clusters like this to find resources. I think that is your best bet. That does seem to be like an indicator that there is something there. We've got 3 new waypoints that it wants us to visit, which is obviously pushing us towards some combat, which is fine. We'll go do that as well. We actually don't want to get oofed here because we've got everything we need, and if we die, we lose it. It's got that extraction shooter element, so now I guess there's some worry being introduced because I definitely don't want to lose what we've found. We've been very lucky this game, even though it was the game I started to have my little rant and moan about. It you know, raised my my thoughts and feelings about that. It just happened to work out that way. Getting lots of stuff now. Yeah, this area is great. But again, if you were to go to the map, just a spawn point. It's not really anything you would take any notice of. There's even random loot going across here. It's like someone's listening, they're chucking stuff at me. Num nums. Alright, let's go down. I saw some things we passed. Oh, there's one. You're right, like I'm right next to it, right? So if I scan, it doesn't even like illuminate it or give me any, it doesn't really do anything. So I'd like the scan to obviously include resources. You can scan and find you know, waypoints and things and other bits as well, like enemies hiding out. They're behind objects. Yeah, that was cool. Titanium, that seems like one of the rarer sort of stuff we've seen so far. And I've taken no damage, used no resources, and no consumables, and I am good. We have done very well here. There's another one coming in. What? We are in a great place for loot right now. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm weirded out because space debris should be here. Did we not get nothing for that? What is this? Use. Okay, something weird's happening here. What is this? I think we lost our loot and it just sort of hovered. So that could be our first glitch there. But it's the only one today, so I'm really not bothered. Yep, another one here. I think I would quick button that to my mouse to gather items. Oh, there's the iron. Weird. Right, so what, I have to wait time for this? Oh, we took it. You punk ass bitch. I'll bust you up. Okay, they don't like me doing that, do they? Yeah, it's time to leave. Where's the extraction point? I'm not seeing it. Ah, there it is. F this and I'm out. Oh, we got our upgrade and we got a bunch of new resources, titanium being one of them. There we go. We've got 5 pieces of titanium, not 1. It's highly durable, lightweight titanium plates required. That's basically for armor, right? Asteroid clusters, you can find it in the moon apparently. Again, all of these say asteroid clusters, so that's what's happening there. It's just you have to go to an asteroid cluster before someone's already been there. So that introduces a bit more PvP as well. So you're kind of getting forced into these situations that you don't necessarily want. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't really want to PvP at early game in this game at all, but it's forcing you to, which is nice. Okay, we're going to go with upgrade to level 5. Again, I should be putting these into the other ships as well, which means everything I've done today I'm probably going to have to do 4 times over to figure out which ship is for me. And again, the replay value is there. That's what I'm really thinking is coming from this. The replay value is huge, and I think if I'm going to do that, which took 2.5 hours over and over again, you're probably talking about 10 hours just upgrades. Just upgrades. That's without gathering the stuff, playing the game. I think that's just gathering items and putting it into this. So 3 more pieces of nickel. Now we know where to find them. We'll definitely go hunt those down. And can I now build? Oh, I need 3 of these, don't I? Module. Okay. Have a look. So I reckon we'll put another half an hour of gameplay in, and then I'm going to probably test every ship out just to fly around and see what it can do and how it feels, and if it feels any different, because the arcade gameplay does need to be addressed, whether it's just this ship or whether the physics actually that they are boasting about actually make a difference later on with some of the bigger ships and the other schematics you're going to unlock. What do we think of the gameplay so far, guys? Is this something that 1, you would be interested in, 2, you would watch, and 3, you would play? How would you rate the gameplay? Because to me, the feeling of it is good. I don't know if it comes across on live as well, but it is a fun game to play. Right, okay, so we've got the crucibles, we've got 3. Again, you hover them, but it doesn't. Again, another thing, if you hover icons, they should tell you what they are. Okay, let's go up. Ooh, shot in the back. Not ready for combat yet. Get out of here. I'm going to do a sneaky spin and a stop behind here. Wait until he shows himself. Where's he gone? We started a fight and then just effed off. Pretty much what the bots do. Okay, so let's look for an asteroid belt. I'm guessing it's this massive cluster of rocks on the left here next to the asteroid cluster. I think that's where we want to be. Yeah, so basically heading this direction, then going up a bit should get us where we want to be. If I'm right and it is just full of resources, I'm going to be well happy. Because I've finally figured out where all of the iron is kept. Oh, there's something coming in. Where is it? Got no eyes on. Someone's just destroyed it. Can't see him, so I'm not going to worry about it. He destroyed it, he took it, and he's just now going out. That's all he wanted. Fair dues, bro. Okay, we've got this bundle of rocks down here, which are reds. They are not the asteroid cluster. I'm thinking this was kind of looking like what we just did, where we got all of the resources. Look through here and see what we can find. Maybe this is like a little bit lesser than what you get from the asteroid clusters. I still found it quite interesting. Yeah, there's not many little rocks in here. One up there, is that one? Not locking on. No, that definitely isn't. Oh. Okay. Ooh, what are these? They look like they could destroy me in one shot. Rockets come out of there. Yeah, so there's no... Is that one? Okay, I nearly spoke too soon. So there is resources in these red rocks, but very little. And there is an extraction point there, so there is a reason to come here as well. I think if you follow that through to the actual asteroid cluster, that's where you get your most gains. And again, I'm just spitballing because I don't actually know for sure, but it does seem like all of the items that you want to gather are going to be hidden here, which means there's going to be big PvP battles in here later on when the game releases, because everybody's going to be on the scrounge for the 1 or 2 resources that there's not many. See? I mean, how far did I have to travel just for that piece of iron? And there's going to be like 3 or 4 dudes doing that as well, shooting at each other. This could be a very dangerous place to go just for 1 or 2 pieces of iron. When it's quiet like this, yeah, really, really nice to just go through and mine. Now, there's no way at current to set the game just so you can gather resources. I think it's a mistrick. I think there's also a mistrick of not being able to land on a space base and actually get out and run around with a phaser and, you know, do some cover-based shooting or something. I think that's a little bit of a mistrick too. Maybe in future updates, long down the road, we can have that. But at the minute, it is just literally an extraction shooter where you're shooting with a ship rather than handguns and AR-15s. Just, yeah, it works. You know, it's one of those formulas that have been very popular. People are liking the genre, and now we are setting the genre in space because that's what we do, right? We go space, we go underwater, and we go like team-based multiplayer. And then once that's all bled dry, we then move on to the next fad, which last year was survival games. This year's the looter shooter. We've seen the 2 first-person shooter contenders for this year come out and flop within the first week, so we know where the state of online service games are. And someone did ask me why I didn't play High Guard or Marathon. I mean, I wouldn't play them because I already know they're set to fail. Nobody contacted me, nobody from PR or HR or a YouTube manager or anyone like this contacted me and said, you know, take a look at this. So the fact they weren't even bothered about it was just like, I know this game's going to die. It's just, yeah, exactly. I just know it's not going to last. So when you know things, you don't waste your time. I mean, yeah, you get a lot of views for it. You can shit all over it because you know it's going to be gone. You're not going to earn a bad rep from that. But at the same time, I'd rather be playing stuff I enjoy than stuff that's just there to have a moan. So that's my stance on that. I moan enough at stuff I enjoy. I don't necessarily need to moan at stuff I dislike. Ooh. Now I did play High Guard. I didn't play Marathon, but I did play High Guard in my spare time. I gave it 2 hours of my time. And I had massive issues with that game. Really, really big issues that were needing patching and updates. Not even just the gameplay or core gameplay itself. That game was really a waste of time. And I think the... Ooh, okay, I didn't know I could take damage from them exploding, but it makes perfect sense. So now I'm going to be a bit more careful. Jeez. Yeah, I had an issue where I would stand in front of a tree and tested it. I shot from about mid-range distance, and the bullet took so long to hit the tree that I thought, if that's a character in PvP, this was during the tutorial, my shot is not going to be accurate. Because the gun, from the time you shot to the time it hit the tree, was not timed at all properly. So I thought, if I'm trying to actually shoot someone and then move and target, this is going to be a fucking nightmare. So I played a couple online games and it was a fucking nightmare. The horse mechanic was just stupid. I mean, I don't know why that got added in. Just like what? Because people like animals. Like, I don't get that. And the maps were too big for 3v3. And the mechanics of building walls and breaking down walls was their selling point, and it was a shit idea in the beginning. So I didn't really understand where we were going with it. So I downloaded it. It was free to play. Good for them. I tried it. It was shit. I left. As simple as that. I played it for 2 hours, and that was all the time I was going to give it, because I had too many other good games to play, too many other new projects, too many other play tests to go through. And in today's climate, I get offered about 1,000 games a year, and I can only play around 40 of them, if that. So there's a lot out there I haven't played, but there's also a lot I'm not wasting my time on. So if I'm not playing it, it's probably a reason, and I'm always honest about the reason. It could just be time constraints, but most of the time it's because I see what's going to happen to it already. I've been around long enough, been doing this 7 years. I kind of know what's hot and what's not, and I try and avoid anything that's going to be a waste of my time. Get the debris. There you go. Okay, now I can leave comfortably knowing that I've done the best I can do. Don't really want to get involved with one wing. I'm just going to look for the extraction. Whoa, buddy. I'm going to duck it down low so I can get some cover. Yeah, I just realised we've run out of time. I think the high guard chat actually got us oofed. That's a mistrick as well. Okay, that's the first time we've run out of time. I've lost all the loot, but I should have had more consequence. There should be an animation where your ship just starts, like maybe the sun gets hot, or maybe you just blow me up in slow motion. You know, there should be some sort of end screen to running out of time. That felt really half-assed. Just cut it off. So hopefully on release this game has some sort of nice animation or some consequence to running out of time. Like, what is the time? You know, like in Fortnite you have the fog closing. This has nothing. It just has a timer. So is that like, do I run out of fuel? That would be a cool one. So after 10 minutes my fuel's gone, I've used enough boosts and whatnot, it's viable. You could just like make me crash down, you know, and in flames or whatever. Who knows? But it needs something there. It can't just cut. That feels a bit like bummed in is the word. I don't know if that's the one. Half-assed. But again, playtest, so we don't judge it on such. I'm sure it'll be fine when it gets released. Battery. I've got no health packs. Is it not good? So all of the items that I've been playing with and using have mainly come from AI bot fights. And I've done a couple of PvPs and robbed them as well. But most of the resources I've been using, as in the consumables, they are gathered by doing battles. So again, you're not just going to be gathering resources like I'm doing now. You're going to be concentrating at some point on just effing everybody up and taking their stuff, which is, you know, fair enough in my opinion. I'm going to try and take down the driller quick, because we still haven't got one of these yet. Right, I'm trying to get behind you. I think the driller can only be taken down at early game because he will extract really quick, and he's got a super fast ship. Okay, the rocket did not connect. You know what? This guy's getting on my nerves following me. Get out of here. Damn, got him. Damn it. A lot of dams coming out of my mouth with this. Got to take down these two guys before I can get back to the driller, and I want to do that before the time finishes. We will just jump ship. And he's carrying a lot of resources because that's what he does. He drills for resources. Come on, rocket. Oosh. Where did he go? Okay, so I'm assuming the driller extracted, and that's why, because this is a new driller now. I think the driller extracted, and therefore the bots just disappeared. They're actually really lethal. I would leave them alone until I'm medium to high before I start messing with those. There's plenty of them though. Look, this one's got 80. I'm going to maybe help this guy attack this one and steal his resources. Magnetic rock. That's new. Okay, go, 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 go. Steal, 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 steal. Wasn't me, bro. F this and I'm out. So we got a reactor B29 from that, whatever that is. Where do I want to go? So if we head left here, there's our extraction. There's a nice piece of resource gathering going on here. Okay, someone didn't like me getting it. Dude, do one. Okay, I'm just going to F him off and leave. Right, okay, that went too bad. Now I'm going to have to do the discover the three places there. Whoop. Nice. Okay, we've got a couple of new resources there that I haven't seen before, so they're obviously worth a little bit. This being the main one, which is the magmatic rock. That's you only get it from a driller. So if you can, team up with someone else on the driller. I did it with one wing and I managed to steal the loot from the other guy. We also got iron, we got nickel, and we got titanium. And the reactor B29, which I didn't know what it was. It provides spaceships with energy used for upgrading workbenches, which we know we need to do. Okay, so without further ado now, I think what I'm going to do is switch my ship and see how that is done. So go to ships, go to this one because it's the most interesting one I've got. Or should I do them in order? Let's do them in order. So what are we gaining and what are we losing? We have more ammo and we have more shells. We have more boost. Okay, I don't see any trade-off by going to that one. Between those two, the Cobra is not OP, but it has at least 25% more of everything. So I think that's just a given. Assemble the blueprint in the dock. The current ship will be deleted. Deleted. I'll put effort into that. I'll put money into that. I'll put resources into that. Save my current ship. Mine? What does that? Mine. Okay, so I'm going to do X1. So technically I've saved the blueprint for it, but I'd still need the resources. Or does it come with those upgrades? I'm not sure. I'm just going to say we'll have to figure that out together. Then I'm going to use this one. And now that's assembled. Oh, look at that. Yes, that looks like it's twice as fast. That's a sexy beast right there, boys. Yeah, that feels like an upgrade. Okay, so let's go in and see what we can do with this one. I like the glint and the light that you get even in this small crafting area. Again, it's only level 1, so it should let us get it. Oh, only... Okay, so it does take more resources. Let's have a look. So, the first ship you start with is actually a lot easier to upgrade, but this has given us a lot more points, and we're already 25% on most things upgraded anyway. So this ship is definitely worth a purchase if you have $20 on the hip and you want the game anyway. You're going to get this ship with it and a bunch of credits. So the resources, it needs capacitor, iron's basic issue, and of course the credits to actually do it. So credits is what you spend to do the upgrade. So yeah, I mean, they're basic resources, but they're not that common. The capacitors are a little bit harder to find than the iron, and there is a lot of iron in this. 19 pieces. Before we were looking for like 7, 9. Now we need 19. So it definitely punishes you in the grindy area. So if you're going to do an upgrade and you want to start with a better ship, great. But you're going to have to work harder to upgrade it, which gives people a chance to catch up with their basic ship. But you know, you're going to be better eventually because you're going to work through it. And I think if you had if you had the ship you start with and the bought ships, at top level, the bought ships are obviously going to have more oomph, but you also get the blueprint for free. So you know, the fact we unlock this and it needs a lot of work and stuff, it's probably a lot better than the base ship once it's upgraded. I mean, it's actually worse at this point. It's about 40% less on everything, but it looks cool and it has more armor. So I would imagine that you just upgrade it to this point and then it's going to be better than that ship. So it's each to their own. Really just find a ship that you like, because you're going to spend a lot of time in it doing stuff. Okay, we're going to take, so you can see here, it's just got golds. Bare golds. And it can carry 4 consumables. You can see it here. Other than, because the other ship only carries 2. So I can actually carry 4 consumables, which is twice as much risk if I die. Because I'm going to lose all of those. Oh, and sons. That is a beast. Look at this thing. Nice. Okay. It has the same sound effects, which is surprising. Let's test out the guns. Okay, there's like 3 or 4 at once. Let me slow down. Oh, the brakes are shit. Oh, this thing does not stop. If you wanted to not, and you see me hit buildings today, if you want to avoid buildings, this is not the ship for you. I think that's 3. I think that's, yeah, 3 cannons. And then we've got only 2 out of 4 rockets, but I think it fires 2 at once. We'll test that once we get into a combat situation. So it is a hit them hard and get the hell out of there. But look at the brakes. Still going. Still going. Still going. Nah. That is ridiculous. Now let's take my phone off charge real quick. Over there. No. Down now. Nice. Okay, let's go. Let's go. What do we have? We have not much going on. I'm going to go for the resources. Someone's probably already there. Oh, hello, we've got a driller. Okay, look how we shred through the driller. What? Okay, we make mincemeat at the driller, boys. We F that driller up. That was before his minions even spawned. And we've got super fast boosters. We can get in and out quick. I'm ready for PvP right now. I'm feeling it. I'm probably overconfident. Here's a PvP, that. Let's do it. Get some. Get some. Engage me. Don't run away. Get some. Oh, he wants some. Okay, I found a massive problem with this ship. If you lose an arm, you are definitely underpowered. I'm going in here and hiding. Okay, that was great. I found a massive problem with this ship. All of the guns, I think it's one gun at the front and one gun on each wing, which means if you lose a wing, you are basically firing one cannon. And it is a lot less than the base game ship has on its single cannon. That single cannon shreds. It's like a minigun, like a machine gun. So I would personally probably fit one of those same miniguns underneath this ship, because the winged, having all of your guns on the wings means that as soon as you lose a wing, you're losing a cannon, and the base cannon, the amplified plasma gun, although it does 65 damage, 248 damage, its damage rating is only 65, and I think you'll find if we go to the base ship, that felt really, I felt very vulnerable once that happens. So can I look at the stats on this? Cannons, here we go, ballistics. One of these boys. Yeah, so the machine gun, so it only does 82 and it only has an 18 rating, but it's rapid. The projectile speed is 7,200. So it's just blah, 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 blah. And it's fitted underneath my front, which means I don't think the front comes off. It's the wings that come off, and then you essentially take damage until you explode and pod out of there. So yeah, I mean, this is a problem, this build. And it has got one of these cannons underneath, but it's just too vulnerable. That's cool. So what I would do is maybe even try and fit, instead of having, because it don't slow down for shit anyway, I think I'd probably put 2 armor platings on the side, which would then protect the undercarriage. And then I would put one of those miniguns on the underside, and then just have the wings have those plasma cannons because they're gold and they're cool. But if it gets blown off, it's not a big deal. I felt like this should be armor, but I don't think they are. These wings are not armored. Maybe we have to look at that as well. But it was cool to fly it. It's a very cool ship. Let's go. Oh. Now, physics-wise, as I said, I'm going to test. It really doesn't matter. It feels just as arcadey as the original ship, and I would assume they all do. The physics that they're trying to push on it, like real space combat, it doesn't really feel like that. It feels just kind of... It's awesome, because it's arcadey, and I like that. But if you're going for an authentic experience, this isn't for you. That was cool. I mean, we just shred. When you've got your wings, you are a shredder, but beyond that, you're so vulnerable. Which makes perfect sense. Okay, we've grabbed quite a bit of decent loot. Where are we going? So, head towards the asteroid belt, try and get some loot, I suppose. I lost him in the fog. So the way you can stop this is by spinning and in the opposite direction and then boosting. So if I was going this direction, instead of trying to brake, I would just spin and then boost in that direction. That's the quickest way to slow down with this particular ship. That's a human. I'm going to leave that alone as he attacks us. Absolute damage, look. Tough game. What's my man doing? Nutter. I think he wants some. Okay, that was a human player. Let's see if we can get him. There it is. There it is. Don't steal my loot, bitch. Oh, he's done me. Too much damage from that altercation, and then another PvP player just come up behind and took what was rightfully his. So we now need to escape. I'm going to head towards the fog. And then we're going to hear... Oh, it's only here. We're 5 minutes in, so we should be good. There it is. If we can just boost out of here. Look for it. Go. Trying to sneak it so no one can see me. I'm pretty much upside down right now. Oh! I'm just smashed straight into the side of it. Oh dear. That was cool. I enjoyed that. Level 8. There you go. But what are we missing? I mean, I can do this task. It is just getting freebie. I want to do this before I leave. I want to get the season pass unlocked so we can actually have a look. I find it very clever that they've left the season pass behind all of the tier achievements. Sneaky. Okay, let's go in and we'll just visit the points of interest. And again, we're very vulnerable because I'm taking no consumables because I don't want to lose anything because these ain't missions that I particularly care about. I'm just trying to get to a point where we can see the season pass. These guns do sound awesome. Star Wars-esque. Yo, yo, yo. Trying to shred him before his guys finish me off. There it is. Now I'm out. That was a dodge move. Yeah, let's check it real quick. Where are we heading? Out of bounds. Bring it back in. I think can go low. There you go. I mean, there's a guy trying to shoot me. He's PvP player as well. Right behind me, bros. Oh, he's hit me hard. He might be distracted by the gold there, but I doubt it. Leave me alone. Can't see me. Dudes, I'm not even scared. I'm just going to hide in here. Can't shoot what you can't see. Oh! You can shoot me. That sucks. This guy's really angry at me. Okay. There's light beyond the tunnel. Can we make it? I had to skim that ground now. You want some? You want some, son? I've got some. Unsuccessful, but what the hell? That's what we're dealing with right now. So with low armor but high fire rate, capacity, sorry, for high fire capacity, we do a lot of damage, but we take a lot of damage. So I don't feel this is the ship for me. I never thought it would be. I think number 3 ship, which is the heavy armored, slow. I want a tank. Do you know what I mean? I want to cruise it. I don't want to fly around at warp speed, dropping little fart bombs on people. I want to absolutely decimate, but where I'm standing, I don't move. I am the immovable object. That's the type of ship I want. But that's the type of ship I'm going to be going for and building. I don't want any combat at the moment. I'm just looking to get my checkpoints done. So it says get the memory card from the harvester 1, 2 and 3. So I can see on the map how far they are. Can't really tell. I'm assuming the scan also shows enemies in fog, because it's the only way to hide, but the scan's pretty useless. So I think that must be what it does. Alright, here we go. This looks like we're approaching the harvester now. Ooh, okay, there's one over here. Use what a harvester is. I'm assuming that's a ship. It can't want me to beat 3 of those ships. They're absolutely OP and they get backup. That's a sentinel. Dude, I'm not bothered. Leave me alone. That was a move. Look at this. Sides. What is it? Drifting. Okay, there's one waypoint. So you roll. Got it. Okay, that's pretty simple. I can do that 3 times. Just got to get my bearings. There's one. That's close. Again, no brakes, remember. I've only got drifting and then boosting. There you go. Look, the engine's dead, but we are still moving at a decent rate. That's it, I'm out. No, bros. Get the hell out. Nose dive. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Wasn't up for it because we've just completed our task. Do my roll. Not open yet. Is that the right one? No, it's the wrong one. I have to go back to these ones at the top. There's a bit of a bummer. I was not planning to play this game for nearly 4 hours, but it's so repetitive in a good way. It's so addictive to just keep doing the gameplay loop that you lose hours just getting like one piece of iron. It really does get you. So I think if they build upon that, make it a bit more interesting, you know, add some shit in here. What if the AI bots, you know, they could form their own factions and have their own story sidelines and stuff, and you're actually taking down different groups of, you know, different looking aliens with their own factions and their own ships. That could be really cool. Again, it's going to take years of updates, but again, Guyz, if you look at welder tanks or anything like that, if you look at enlisted or anything like that, they're always adding cool shit. Is it possible to team up and go against solos? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're already looking to cheat. Okay, so what you can do is you can hit your friends following list. So you can get them to follow you, you can follow them, whatever. And it will just search out those following you, and you can just team up in here. And then I assume when a game releases, and this is a big guess, but I would assume you can either have 2 to 4 players standing on this screen, and then you all take off once you're all ready up, and then you all just drop as a team. And there'll probably even be a team-based mode. I don't know for a fact, but I would imagine that's where they're going with it. But you can, of course, just team up with your friend and fly in the same area. You can kill each other. It's PvP, but you would make a pact with your friend. You'd say, all right, I won't shoot you, you don't shoot me, we've got the same color ships, we can tell each other apart, maybe make them yellow, and then attack everybody else, right? So you could do that, and that could cause a problem because obviously my ship wouldn't stand against 2 gunfires at once. You could take all of my loot. I might be a little bit pissy about it, but it is what it is. It can be done. So yes, the answer to your question is for sure. Is it going to be a group stomp versus solos? Possibly. And I didn't, I don't encourage it. We've seen, I mean, even with Fortnite, it's a problem, right? You get a group of 4 who are all friends after school. They're running after some poor sod who's got a sniper, and they take him down because, he shot 1 piece of armor off of them and they got mad about it. You see it all the time. They go for solo wins with duos and squads. You could do it that. You could get away with it. It depends how they're going to do the matchup, and it depends what they decide to do. I personally would just combat that with team-based multiplayer. Just give people team-based multiplayer. It should stop most of the people wanting to gank on one. But I don't know. We'll see how that pans out. We'll see how that goes. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, missions. Right, so we just completed another mission, which is like an extraction shooter, of course. So we're going to hit the claim rewards. And I now have another one. So it looks like it's just repeating now. Until I get my 5 pieces of nickel, it's just going to repeat the harvesters, which is just go to point A, B, and C, collect the things. And you're still getting a little bit of credits, but not enough, right? You get 60 for this one, 40 for this one. And once this is done, I reckon that's going to wipe and we're going to see the season pass. So really, I'm just looking for nickel now, which is just resource gathering. So it's kind of slowed down at this point. I think I've been playing for around 4 hours in total. And it's now starting to get to a point where just give me nickel. Do you know what I mean? Just point me in the direction of nickel. And there is no way to select a resource here at the side. Let's say you can see up in the top left, there's nickel, right? If I was to like select that, it should show me on the map, but it doesn't. It shows me where the harvesters are. It doesn't show me where nickel is. So I think they should have a nickel, iron, and titanium waypoint or some sort of icon that we can sort of go to, but speed things up a bit. I think it's a little bit slow. The fact that you're just hoping to go through an asteroid belt and find little rocks that happen to have stuff in them, and even then, is it the stuff you want, right? Like here, that was iron. There's not many around here, to be honest. This guy's out around here, like he's stealing them. The things we want, this guy's going around stealing. Correct. Give me your shiz. Okay, we heavily damaged him, but I've lost him. There he is. He tried to barge me then, did you see it? They'll actually try and drive straight through you. 50%, it's halfway there. Come on boy, 2%. Okay, I had a shield. There you go, so the bots go. So I think it's actually, if you have heavy fire like I do, it's actually better just to take him down and ignore the incoming fire from his drones, because they will disappear once you're done. Okay, someone wants to send resources off of me now. Let's get out of here. My boost is lacking because we've lost a wing. I lose him in the clouds, of course. There you go, we've just got teleport open up, is it? Oh no, that's the resource one, wrong one. Wrong one. You the wrong one. Let's spin us round. I essentially don't want any trouble with anyone. I just want to gather some stuff. There you go. Oh, did I get it? Okay, iron. As well. Iron is by far the most common. I'm not surprised that's all it's given out at the moment. Can't see any more. Again, if they had more of a colouring or a bit of a glow, that could help us out. There's one there, look, they're really tiny. That's the only way I'm kind of telling which is which. This one. Boom. Yeah, this is just iron for days. What's that? Nickel. Yes, my man. Okay, so we need 2 more of those. So it does give you orange icons, which is something. But only when you get to that as your only quest, which is a little bit of a pain. Oh, there's one. What's that? Iron. Waste not, want not. There's that extraction now. That's, so we need to be up the top end right now. We're coming across a human player, so I'm just going to drop drop hard like Batman. Probably going to go for this. Yeah, here he comes. See if we can outmaneuver him with one wing. Are we still heading in the right direction? We are. Let's see our portal soon. And I'm getting lucky. Okay, we just zipped past it. Where is it? Okay, this is an untapped area here too. Which is weird because it's right next to extraction. I need to find my way out of here. This one. Thing handles like a bus right now. Oh, it's above us. And we are out, but not without taking this. As I can. Oh, that was good gains. I think that's the most gains we've ever had. Right, how does that progress us? One more. Oh, not one more. This quest will just go like easy. So this is the one we're worried about. Hot scrap. But all of this is being done on easy mode, i.e. the low threat mode, which is still a threat at my stage. So I don't class that as easy mode when you're starting out. It's just basically normal, but you don't have the armor or resources to deal with the situations they're offering. Titanium, okay, that's good, but not what we want. We nearly got it straight away, I was hoping. A couple of little resources over here. You're looking for the like tiniest little dots. There's one, that's ours. There. No, iron. Oi. Yeah, and I'm getting really lucky with titanium at this point. Ooh, that's the boy. Quest complete. Give me titanium and all such things. This is a great area. We got really lucky. And we can just teleport back out the way we came in once we're done. Nobody's looted this area at all yet. Trying to work out what I can shoot and what I can't shoot though is a little bit issue. Oh, it's below us. Okay, they are mine if no one goes and steals them. There's a rock there. Wow, okay, I've got an antique equipment. That's new. What that's doing in a space debris rock, I do not know. I'm not going to moan. Okay, we need to get out of here, so I'm just waiting for the timer really, so we can leave. Yeah, good. That was good games. That was a good one because I had no battles, I didn't take no damage, and I didn't get stressed out once. It definitely doesn't always go like that. So we got a quantum processor, which is brand new, and we got antique equipment. Oh, you can sell it. Okay, so again, this is a mechanic that I haven't messed with. So if you can buy and sell items, which I assume you will be able to, they haven't given us the way of selling anything yet. I mean, workshop-wise or storage-wise, I don't see anyone selling anything. So maybe that's later. Maybe the shop's not open. Claim our rewards. So now you can see they'll give us 2 more tasks. But these tasks now open up the season pass, which I've been waiting to see. So let's have a look. So we've got free item now. These are all free apparently. Wow, okay. I mean, I fair enough. I was going to buy it. So yeah, I'm going to go through. We've got a schematic of a new... You know what? They're similar. But they are all very, they all have their own personality. They have characteristics that really do make them set apart from the next one. That's cool. I really want that. Unfortunately, I only locked one, so maybe you have to unlock the season pass to get access to then level up, because you would level up too quick maybe doing the tutorial. I don't know. But I would have thought we would have been at least like level 5 by now. I've been playing for 4 hours already. And yet we're only one reward there. So this is actually going to last for 45 days. So if you was to go and buy the game early on early access playtest, you do get straight access to the game. You don't have to do anything or jump for any hoops. You just make an account, buy the game, $20, and you will get the season pass for free, which means it gives you 45 days of exploring the game early, having a look at it, seeing what you think, gathering all the stuff. I would imagine that although they're giving it to us free, we possibly keep these items, so it might be worth doing. I can't recommend that's what they're going to do, but I would say that I wish they do that, so I don't have to start again. I don't want to do another 4 hours to get to level 8 again. It's slow goings, and that's how the game's designed, and I do definitely back that, as long as they're not going to like do a server wipe or like cap us in any way because we played the pre-release. I think the game's ready. I think they just need to overhaul the user interface, and they need to give us custom skins once the game releases, because although the ships are cool, being able to color different parts of it and being able to like put different skins, you know, leopard print, whatever you feel like, would give each ship a different characteristic when you're out there with other players. Seeing what, like, if I could like decor this as a old World War II UK Spitfire, you know, type of plane, but the decor, so the musty green with the badges on, you know, like that would really stand out. Maybe put a Union Jack over the front of it or something, just to customize it to my upbringings and my likings. So yeah, I mean, that could be a cool aspect if they're going to do something like that. Again, I've got 5 ships. We tested one. If I test this one, I'm going to have to save this one. So let me go in and then do mine. Select slot 2, save my current one as mine 2. Again, I'm only saving them like this because we're doing the playtest. So that's done. And I go factory, ship free, boom. And then we've got ship free. Looking really good in the pale moonlight. Now what this has to offer, I have no idea. Let's just jump in and play. And that's the fun thing about this game as well. You can just jump in and play. Like, you can mess around with it. You can figure it out. It's giving the player a lot of versatility on how long you want to play, how much you want to achieve, what you want to do. And it's just saying, we've got these quests, we've got this season pass, we've got these things going on. But you don't have to partake in them if you don't want to. And again, your thoughts and opinions are very valuable to me. So you can leave them in the comments after the live. You can put them out on the chat now. Let me know what you think. You know, are you seeing it as, oh, it's just something we've already had, or are you seeing it as something that is interesting? Oh, I didn't want to fire that off. But I've got 8 of them, so this one carries more rockets. Have a look at how it looks. Let me just slow down before I bash into something. Yeah, it looks meaty. It looks like a Transformer top half. The season pass will get wiped after the CBT ends. I don't know. I can't say for definite, unfortunately. I hope it don't, because obviously I'm going to be grinding it. You know, this is a very calm game that I'm going to be playing at like 11, 12 at night after an editing session or whatever. And I'm going to be playing it for a couple of hours. What the hell? You want some? I'm going to be playing it for a couple of hours easy per night just to get through. Okay, this ship, I'm not liking the cannons. Look. It's like blap blap and then it just stops. Boom. If in doubt, just smack into it, and you gather all resources by doing that as well, but you will take damage. A cheeky one that was. I mean, I'm built like a tank. I thought I might as well take advantage of it. Look at me. I am a monster amongst men right now. So we don't really have a plan as to what we want to do next to explore the icons. So we could do that. We've got enough resources at the moment to do upgrades and stuff, which we will do once we head back. This is the bog standard version of this ship, of course. Very pretty game. Look at this. I seldomly take time to look now. You know, it's one of those that I've kind of been playing for 4 hours, so I've kind of forgotten and just focused in on the gameplay. It's actually really nice looking. Right, so we can take down a sentinel. Look, it's just so slow to yet. I don't like these cannons. I'm sure they do big damage, but they're more like snipe. Try to get me. Hit targeted. Yeah, without rockets, I'd feel useless. Yeah, the turn speed is slow, boy. I feel like a satellite dish. What do they call it? Not dish, just satellite. Don't know if that's going to hit him through the fog. No. So slow. You can't even like keep the target on the front of the ship. We're so slow. Mate. I can't even take down a bot with this thing. I either suck, which is probably likely, or this ship is crusty. Look, I'll shoot this rock. Look at the reload time. Yeah, this ain't for me. Not without changing the guns. But it feels nice. It feels weighty, and it feels like we're the biggest thing in the camp. But it just doesn't, out the gate feel like I can do much with it. Well, I'm not a lover of that one. Maybe I'll upgrade that and we'll come back to it, but that definitely needs some miniguns on it, and it definitely needs more rockets. So that was number 3 there. The Chimera is the next one to test. We'll go ahead and jump into that. So this kind of looks like something we could have nowadays, but with a bunch of extra attachments and gubbins on it. We're getting pretty much gold across the board there, other than the built-in pod. Now, if I go to ship, we can probably do the first upgrade. Boom. And all we need is 15 odds capacitors. And then we can do the second upgrade. Looks like there's a... It feels like it should be carrying cargo. Do you know what I mean? It should be like a people plane. But we'll see how it gets on in combat. We'll try and visit the 3 waypoints and just do combat along the way. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting it to look like that. This is actually way better looking than I thought. Yeah, this is cool. Okay, I like the design. Could be a winner. Check our waypoints on the map. So we're trying to head this way. Let's go. Not bothered. I'm just out here doing my mission. Trying to ignore all you fools. Oh, that's coming in. Peace. Starting off harsh. There's the waypoints. I think they think I want their loot and I don't. Killed my engines. I don't think the rockets actually come after you when you kill your engines. That'd be a nice touch if that is the case. Right, I think it's up here somewhere. There it is. Got him. Yeah, that was number 1. I like the way you can skim buildings just by tilting yourself like that. You can fly through and close to objects. Feels very Star Wars. Okay, 2 more waypoints. We'll try and get those done, but if I get in trouble, we might have to zip out. They should both be on this building. There it is. Let's just slow our roll a minute and have a little look. On the side. Not in there, is it? One. Ah, okay, they tricked me that time. All 2 of 3 have normally been on another building before. Okay, we're out. So we just want to head this way. That was an easy task. I like those tasks because you can do other stuff while you're doing them, but you don't have to. I quite enjoy those. Jump in, visit some places, you know, and that's it. Gonna get a bunch of XP for doing it. Oh, I didn't try combat. Hang on. Before we go, I have got a little bit of damage there, but I'm just going to try some combat. Get some. Ooh. Hey, that's worse. Okay, I did 1,000 damage if I didn't... Did I read that wrong? Try this one. Reload's really slow again. Be super accurate. Without rockets, I feel vulnerable again. Ooh, baby. Don't mess up now. Get the hell out of there with your one-wing buckled self. There you go. Okay, those 2 ships, I am very disappointed with their cannons and their firing ability. 1,000 damage is decent, but the chances of you hitting that 1,000 damage are worse than the previous ship, which just drives me insane. We did get that task done, and of course we now have 3 new tasks, and it goes on and on and on. And then you're going to be able to get this blueprint once you're leveled up to... What is this? Enclave assignments. Ah, okay, so they have purpose assignments for the season pass, which is another cool bunch of missions to get into. So extract with 5 iron, we've done that. Destroy 1 ship of a driller, we've done that. Extract 1 piece of a reactor with an A14. Now, I don't know what that means, but we haven't done that. Destroy 1 ship with the fighter type. Extract 1 piece of a reactor A14. So it's just an item, that is. Destroy 1 fighter type. I feel like we could pretty much do all these in one go, but it seems like you have to select them for them to then be active for you to trace in the game. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to do these with the ship I've got. I think going back to the previous builds, because like I say, I've tested them all. I think this is great, and this starter ship is one of the best ones. The other ships, these two, I can't really recommend them unless you're going to change the guns out, and I haven't done that to talk about it. So I'm just going to say, I would imagine they're better once you change them out. So I'm going to go back to my previous builds. I like this ship. I think this is the winner for me. I'm going to assemble that in the dock. And then I'm going to try and upgrade it, because I'm not sure where that actually is sitting right now. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, Billy Fingers there. Yeah, it's sitting at level 2 with around 15 more capacitors needed. So if they had a shop, you know, you could just go in and buy them. But this ship is pretty awesome. Again, all changeable parts. You can pretty much fit what you want to it. So I think the other ones are good for armor. They feel good, but they're just not for me at this early stage. I think ship 2 is the best. Happy days, right. So the one we want to do now is destroy a fighter type. So any fighter that we can find. Does that mean PvP or does that mean PvE? What we got here? Transport ship and a rocket. I have never fought this. Give it a go. We do big damage. Ooh, he's got friends. He's got a lot of friends. Actually behind them right now. My boys, get the loot. I love this ship. I love the guns on this ship. That's what it is. Not so much the ship itself. Ooh, nice. Did you see it? It did damage to the other ship as well. Bring it with your 97% self. Look at my aim on point. I swear that's armoured from behind. We can just keep pumping shots there. I love these guns. But now they took my wing off, we are now down to our 1 cannon, which isn't great. Ooh. I don't think we're going to make it. 22, bring it. Oh, done me. No rockets left. We are just... Ooh, someone done it for me. And he stole my loot. Yeah, I'm not going to fight him because I have no health. On sons. Shit, I was trying to get... What am I doing? Ooh, slow your roll. Again, no brakes. There you go. And we are out. Unfortunately, that wasn't a fighter, but I just... It's one of them things, right? You're like... You go to do one thing and you end up doing 3 other things instead. It's one of those games. You just want to sometimes have a mad one, get in some shit. And now look at me. I'm barely... Again, I'm back to looking like a pencil. Let's see if we can figure this out. So I've got to get to this waypoint. I've got to avoid PvP and PvE. We can at least gather some stuff. We'll try and stick to the fog and the clouds to hide ourselves, because I don't think we'll make it back up. So anyone sees me, especially PvP, I think there's one behind us right now, they're just going to see an easy target. Why not? I'm going to stay hidden. We're almost there. I don't really have a boost at the minute. Who's shooting us? It's just a bot. They're pretty crusty at shooting when they're not engaged. It's only when you engage with them that they actually start doing some big damage. We're in. Nice. And thus is the base gameplay over and over and over again. But we did get 4 capacitors because we did destroy a ship. We gathered some stuff. We got a battery. We got stabilizer. Everything you expect to get off of the ships, you're going to get. And then you're just going to pick iron and titanium and things up from the local environment, which isn't a bad thing either. Now we have our new blueprint from the season pass that you have to get to level 8 to unlock, unfortunately. But yeah, really good. So we have a new blueprint, a new ship. We might as well try that out now. We haven't changed our ship at all, so it's no hassle. I like this system. I like the way this works and the way that it's implemented. So it's called the arrow. It looks like, I guess because of the arrow would be like feathers on an actual arrow from a bow. I don't know what they're thinking with that. It's kind of pointed at the front. Kind of, yeah, okay. Can we upgrade it? We can always upgrade the first one because it's so cheap. That one actually goes up 3. Okay, that's level 5 before it even stopped me. So this is very upgradable in the season pass. This is definitely going to be your second ship if you're just playing for free, or i.e. the $20. You've run out of ammunition that is used for the weapon. Create more in the workshop. Oh shiz. Create more ammunition. Oh, this is the first time I'm doing this too. And I'm 4 hours in. Do we have an ammunition? There you go. Ah, so you have to untick found for some reason. And then you can create more. So it can be created. So it's saying I don't have the resources, but then... Oh, I don't have the schematics. Okay, so now we're getting into some complications because I need the schematic to be able to build the ammo and the resources. I have the resources, but no schematics. Okay, so it has got a lot of depth here now. Now, unfortunately, I can't fly the thing with no ammo because you can equip consumables, but no... It's only rockets I'm missing. Yeah, I'm only missing rockets, so we can still go. We are just as bare rent as you can get. Okay, let me slow down a minute. Let me take a little look at this. Boy, that is a good looking ship. I'm liking this one. Let's see what it handles like. Slow turn. That's full mouse turn there. It's very slow. Boost runs out pretty quick. Maybe it's got armor. Maybe it's armored. Let's see. It's not apparent just by looking at it. Get the map real quick. So we'll sort of head up this direction. We'll get into some combat just to see what the... Or we can test the cannons anyway. You know what? At least it's rapid, constant. So it's going to do more damage at a slower pace, but it's not having that reload time. So yeah, I think the Season Pass ship is pretty good. It's actually better than 2 of the bought ships. Which, just on guns, right? Just out of the box. I'm saying from the fresh out of the box, if you want to just jump in, I would say that the 3rd and 4th ship that I have, which is in order of purchase on their website, definitely... I'll go over those ships at the end so you can get a grasp of what I'm saying. I think 1 and 2 are fine. I think the Season Pass one's probably the better one, which is free anyway. But I would say coming out the gate, they're not actually trying to sell you anything that you don't already have. I feel like the base ship's really good, and the Season Pass ship here, pretty solid. I do want to fight someone before I leave. I think we can get in some shears. There seems to be some stuff cracking off over here. And there's also a resource there. Actually quite a bit here. I'm going to just stay here until something attacks me. Bit of iron. Yeah, the acceleration on this one and the turning speed are both really slowed down. So it does have physics, but whether they're boasting like realistic space physics. I'm not convinced. It's more of an arcadey experience, but it's just more of a fun experience, to be honest, for that reason. Okay, we've got a couple guys up here. Bring it. Okay, the accuracy you have to get a little bit better with. But I got it. I got it. Yeah, he's already in red. We hit him, what, 3-4 times? Boom. Yeah, I quite like it. I think I could F with this quite easy. You can gather from so far as well. Yeah, I like it. This is a win-win. Right, that's pretty much it. Let's just extract. I think this is the ship I'm going to be playing with the most until I get enough resources to put better weapons on the other ships and then compare the ships. I will be doing more of these videos, but this is just the first impressions of the playtest. I'm going to be coming back and doing like how far have I got, you know, let's probably get like about halfway through the season pass, maybe like 2 weeks time. I'll come back and I'll do another one, show you all the ships, all the upgrades I've done. We can discuss, you know, if you're playing it as well, we can discuss what you've done, what's better or worse, see if we can figure out a meta. Yeah, really good. So I'm going to claim that resource, which gives me a bunch of XP there, which then goes towards the season pass, which then gets me a new item. And of course, that is what you're trying to do. Now, this looks like a loot box. No loot box. Okay, secured container. It's classed as a relic. Go to inventory. Go to storage. Where's me box? I'd think it would be in consumable because obviously I'm going to use it, but it's not. It's in containers. But they're going to have a whole loot box system. Open. No, there's no animation to the open either. Oh, bro, that's a mistrick. At least give me something. If you're going to put loot boxes in there, give me something to look at. Naraka does that very well. Naraka is a game that just has amazing loot boxes, and I'm not a fan of loot boxes at all because you don't know what you're getting. But I mean, that was handled all right. It just needs animations. It needs some pizzazz. It needs some sprinkles and sparkles. But yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to leave it there because I think we're about ready to sum it up. So we've been playing for around 4 hours today, and I think that's a good place to leave it. I really like the fact that the free ships are as good, if not better, at the start than the actual bought ships. Now, we'll go through those real quick just to show you. So if I jump into ships. So what did we start with? We started with the Flash. Now, the Flash is very good. I think you could stick with the Flash for at least the first 4 hours to 6 hours of the game. I then tried out the Cobra. I fell in love with the Cobra. It's got really, really awesome stopping power. It's absolutely rapid, but has very little defense. The thing can get shredded pretty easy. Once you lose your wings, you're pretty much dead in the water. You look like a pencil and you are very vulnerable. So it's cool to play with, fun, but it's not ideally the best built machine out here. The Aegis and the Chimera both suffer from the problem that their guns suck. They're like sniper rifles that do big damage, but you're very unlikely to hit anything with them. And they are gold weapons as well, which kind of even sucks even more. So for me, I would just switch those out for like burst cannons, mini guns, anything that just shreds, because I don't really like the way that they play. But tanking wise, they're good. They've got good armor, they last a long time, and they're pretty, you can smash into buildings and be fine with these, whereas you can't with the Flash. And then you've got your base ship, which is the one we unlocked as we played. So you get this ship, and you'll also get the Arrow from the season pass for free in this CBT. Now again, if they reset it, it's kind of a big FU and a kick in the knackers, I think. I think they shouldn't reset it because I'm going to put a lot of time into this. I'm going to put a lot of effort, and I'm probably going to fall in love with this ship right here, which came with the season pass. So I'm hoping they're going to keep the season pass open and available after the CBT because I want to come back to this. I don't want to lose my progress, which fingers crossed isn't the case. They're a pretty good company. They tend to do things tastefully. They do have loot boxes, as we just discovered. They do have a season pass, but again, the season pass is free. It's always nice to get things for free. The loot boxes are not paid for, but I would assume that both will be eventually. This is Guyz we're talking about, i.e. War Thunder, you know, and Enlisted. These come with paid stuff. You know, if you want to look a certain way or do a certain thing, you're going to have to pay for that privilege. But the game on the base as a free game, I think, is very well done. And I think the $20 buy-in for the CBT is a great price. I think what you get for your $20 is about 42 days of season pass for one, and you also get about 40 hours of gameplay before you're going to even start to get bored or scratch the surface of what you can do with your ships. I've covered most of the things today, so I'm not going to run over them at the end, but what I will say is, if I was scoring this game, for me, because it's a game that I personally would play, I would easily rate this 4 out of 5 as a base game, but not with the crappy user interface. I feel like the interface needs an overhaul. This is nonsense. This is just too much. Yeah, you can organize it so you just see colors, but for a new player, it's daunting, it's overwhelming, and I think they should really sort it out. It could look a lot better than this, and I think they could do all of these menus at the top here, even the season pass, in this one menu here. I think if you just go here, and you had like pull down bits on it, less clutter, less mess, less confusion, and I think you could just have it all on one screen personally. Other than that, I just think it's a really solid game. I think they've got a great base to build upon, and I think if they just try to offer the player what they want and not what they want to give you, then we'll have a really good solid game, and that can only get better. It can only get better, right? So it's no Star Citizen, but it is definitely a fun arcadey experience with a bunch of cool graphics and some really cool gameplay and some really funny and standout moments, which I can't get back. I think I'm going to remember those for a while now. So it was a great CBT. Now we are streaming tomorrow and Wednesday, but completely different games. We're doing Skyrim and I am starting Baldur's Gate 3. So if you want to swing by for those, feel free. But today has just been about this game. And thank you to the Guyz team for sending out the game with the unlocked ships so I can take a look as an honest reviewer, giving you an honest opinion. And I can only recommend it. $20, I think it's a steal. But you are going to have to wait for the game to be released anyway. So it's up to you whether you think a month of play on a season pass is worth it. 2 weeks of heavy gameplay for $20, completely up to you. I would have paid that anyway, so I would say that it's worth it. But it's up to you to make that decision. Do you know anything about Star Explorers pack? Not in depth. Is that one of the packs that they sell? I'll have a look for you real quick. Star Explorer pack. What question are you actually looking to get answered about it? Because I do have these unlocked on my account, so I can show you some stuff if you want. Obviously you get credits and ships with that. Star Explorers pack. Let's have a look. I'm just pulling up the website real quick. I don't want to get anything wrong. So it's $20, and so I don't own this pack, but it's the only one I don't, and it's because it's just Biosource 300, Hope Rescue Pod Blueprint, access to closed beta. So that's the cheapest buy-in. So yeah, so the $20 buy-in is for the base game. But if you want to include one of these ships that you see on the screen now, then you pay a little bit more, $25, $30, depending on which one you like. Now, I would recommend that you go for the Cobra. I think the Cobra is the best looking, best feeling. It shreds most people. Plus, you're going to get the flash ship anyway, the base ship. So I would say that if you can get the Cobra, you can spend the extra bucks, probably worth it. But the base game, what they're actually selling you there is access to the early access version. So you can get involved with everything I've got involved with today. You can do everything I've done for 20 bucks. Now, you will have to get the game shut down, go quiet for a bit, you know, just keep an eye on the updates before release. So if you don't mind that little quiet period in between, 20 bucks is going to guarantee you the game for when it releases. And you'll probably get some sort of like early adopter reward when you log back in as well, because that tends to be what Guyz will do. So I hope that answers some of your questions. But basically, yeah, you need to purchase that, and then you can jump straight in today with your account details and play, no worries. Now, I do have 5 codes to give away to give you access, but you need to be either subscribed on Twitch, i.e. a sub, and you need to be joined on YouTube, one or the other. And then send me a private message and I'll send you the game codes over. I have 5 to give away, so once they're gone, and you can obviously enter after this video. We are live right now, but you can if it's on a rerun, you watched it like 12 hours later, don't worry about it. Send me a message, and if I've got a code, you can have it. Just make sure you are joined or subbed up. So thank you for your time today, guys. I know your time is valuable. Glad you spent it with me. I hope I could bring some light to the game, those who have been around for a little while. And I'm now going to go and have some tea and chill out, ready for tomorrow's set. So enjoy yourselves, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, bye-bye. Now, we'll be playing this game in 2 weeks. So give me a chance to level up some stuff, buy some new weapons for the ships that are lacking, sort of delve in a bit more with a fine-tooth comb, and I'll come back and I'll tell you what I think about it in 2 weeks' time. If you want to join me for that, it will be up on Discord. You can hashtag Discord the chat right now and join. I'm off. Peace out. Bye-bye.